I'm scarred for life, but I'm set for life, and I'm set for life, but I'm scarred for life, and I'm coming at you. I'm fucking crazy. I'm fucking psycho, fucking insane. That's the fucking chorus right there.
You nailed it, Dave. You nailed it. You nailed it, and you visually transformed into fucking Joe Rogan.
You did.
You fucking,
Oh, Joe Rogan, yeah.
Yeah, you did. You visually transformed into Joe Rogan. It was amazing.
Yes. Welcome to the motherfucking chorus. Hey, everybody. Do you know where you are? You in the big room, baby.
You ain't gonna die.
You gonna get high. Well, welcome back to the big room. We're here every Wednesday from 9 until 11 o'clock Eastern Standard Time, or the United something or others. I want to remind you of who you should be respecting tonight. All hail King Adhawk.
Hello, my servants.
Yes. And of course, Dungeon Master Extraordinaire.
Beep,
Rumble.
I think we have an echo.
We have an echo.
Yeah, that was perfect.
Echo.
Was perfect.
Echo.
BB Rumble, everybody.
Echo.
Still echo. Nope.
It's on my mic, probably.
It's on you. Yeah, because you're not echoing.
All right.
Echo.
Paga. That goes out to Punji. Everybody, hey there. Welcome back to another exciting installment of Big
The
Room.
Monk.
Oh, yeah. Of the
Monk.
Hey, this isn't going to get us banned, is it, right here, by the way? I'm just
No, because there's no nipples on it, but I want to see it. It looks like...
That's the gig, by the way. That's for that TV show, too, Sprung. And the bit, it's a comedy. And the bit in the show is that the artist is painting the nipples while the kid looks up and gets like embarrassed and the adult is like, that's it away. Okay. And so, I was hired to make this piece. Like another artist, they gave me a photo, and it's not really my style, but it's more like Cezanne. Anyway, nippleless and faceless. It's supposed to be undone.
Okay, yeah, it looks like Athena or something. Like she's definitely well built.
Yeah.
Athena, or like the 70s Wonder Woman.
Oh yeah, I'll show you. Yeah. Or I'll show you the.
Oh, nice.
I'll show you the style I was supposed to paint it.
Oh,
actually, what's funny is when I first painted it, I'll show you a photo. This was lower, and there was more pubic muff area. The shadow looked like muff, and they were like, that you need. Could you raise it up to cover the muff area with that shadow? Could look like muff. I was like, man, that was my favorite part, but you're paying whatever. I'll show you a photo of the image that they showed me that I needed to paint like. But yeah, man, good gigs, good gig.
Nice,
Still got an
nice.
echo. Echo.
Yeah,
what's up with that?
Oh, here. It was this style.
Wait, we gotta make you big.
Yes, it does make me big.
Oh yeah, it's definitely a great, real good likeness.
It's just the style.
And she's very elvish. She got that kind of elvish kind of thing.
Yeah, she's Romanian, actually.
Oh,
Sebi, this is Sebi's neighbor. But do you see that nice little, that good area down there?
All right, get her off the screen before you get us banned.
Oh, right. I'm sorry. Oops. Okay.
Damn.
But yes, I definitely saw that, and you nailed it. And yeah.
Anyway, see, Sebi gave you ears. Shout out to Romania, everybody.
Yeah, shout out to Sebi, Romania.
Let me pull that up because that he answered a question that I had for him that everyone asks of each other here in the big room. And that question is,
what
is Sebi drinking? This is what Sebi's drinking in Romania tonight.
1892 deer blood.
Nice.
That's right.
Deer carcass. I think it says deer carcass.
Brazov means blood.
Chunks and all.
Chunks. Yeah, it's like that. Kind of like the
deer chunks.
It coagulate a little bit.
They put it in the blender.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, there it is. So it's deer coagulus. It's blood coagulating.
Of course. That's how they do in Romania.
Right.
No judgment here.
Blah blah blah.
No judgment there.
Got the blood.
You got the
Got
blood.
And so what are you drinking?
Who?
TK.
Me.
TK.
Well,
Or the monk, I should say.
Tiki Monk is consuming his favorite. And those of you who know the big room,
Your sponsorship.
Sir Robert.
my sponsor, my future sponsor, Sir Robert's something. Yeah.
Somebody
Gin,
something.
gin.
It's gin on the ice in a prison mug. Classic tiki.
From a plastic bottle.
Again, what's the bottle?
Sir Robert Burnett's.
I.
gin.
Surprisingly good gin for being in a plastic jug.
It used to be in a gorgeous glass jug.
Oh, yeah, no.
It's one of those things where you're bummed you didn't keep the glass jug so you can
Yep.
buy the plastic one and then redo refills.
Yep. Kicking myself. All right. Make me small. Ant-Man me.
Oh, yeah.
BB.
Yes.
What are
You drinking vegan?
wiggling?
Normally, I like having her. That we're gonna enlarge
There it
BB.
is. Ooh.
The Wiggle Wapsy Bourbon.
Whapsy.
Oh yeah, you
Word.
did some damage to that Wapsy Bourbon.
It's been
Wapsy.
mostly through Black Manhattans, but I'm just drinking it on the rocks tonight.
Nice. That's a full glass of. I
Yeah.
hope those rocks. There just must be some big rocks, man. Either that, you got it. You got some
3
big
ounces.
rocks down below. You got some
Big
big
rock.
cojones to drink
Yeah,
that
like
much.
that's three. I think there's three rocks.
Get your rocks off. Get
3
your
rocks and
off,
6
baby.
shots.
Come on.
Oh, it was a healthy pour. Yes.
Yeah, that's
That's where I'm at with this tonight too. By the way, I have six rocks, 6 cubes
Hey.
actually.
Okay.
About 3
I
ounces.
need to put more cubes in mine, but anybody want to ask me?
What are
You're
you drinking? Get large.
I'm drinking. I'm drinking a version of Jack and Coke, but I did Evan
It's
Williams.
a Jack and Diane instead.
So
Another version about
of
Jack and
Jack
Diane. 100 big room bucks. Who sang that song? And it was
Evan
not
Williams,
Diane.
nice.
Vic. Hand to K-Rock.
hello, Hand of K Rock.
Thank you.
Nice.
Thank you, Hand to K-Rock. And
Yeah,
that
this
is
is Kentucky. Kentucky bourbon. I was there a couple weeks ago, and I mean, this is good. It's a good bourbon, actually.
Yeah. Yeah.
you were in Kentucky a couple weeks ago.
Yeah. So I was in Louisville. Beautiful city. Beautiful city. That's where I had those mussels down there. And
Right, Muscle Shoals.
Yeah. but yeah, this is it says Kentucky's first distiller. So that's a pretty big claim. I mean, but
Yeah.
Wow.
being that they have some old ass vintages down there, but probably some type of technicality that they got the first distiller.
Mhm.
It might have been the first official distiller,
Right,
Right,
the one
right,
that
right.
coined the phrase that got paperwork.
Doing
on
some
it.
bourbon. We got
But
2
this
out of
is
3
this is
bourbons.
glass, and it's actually bottom shelf. Believe it or not, this
Really?
is this big jug. Yeah, and it tastes very, very much like Jack Daniels. It tastes more like Jack than it does Jim Beam. So
Nice.
I like Jack Daniels with Coke. Jack and Coke is a good. It's just a good mix. When
Right
you
on.
want sweet. Well, when you
Right.
want sweet.
When you went to,
BB's,
yeah.
BB's cringing a lip, but
I'm
I
not
needed
big
something
on
sweet
Jack,
tonight.
yeah.
I was a little.
I'm not a.
I ate like half a pound of pork and a big pile of mashed potatoes.
Oh, that sounds awesome.
And then I got sleepy instantly. And I was
Right.
like, "Woo, I can't do straight whiskey," which was my plan initially.
Oh, you got sugared up.
So I
Wake
ran
it up.
over and I got some sugar. Yeah, some sugary
I
caffeine.
also had pork today. I had my leftover pulled pork.
Oh, oh.
Let me tell you about a recipe for that pulled pork. You got an easy cooker over there, BB?
You do.
So it's not a pulled pork; it's a pork loin. But buy a pork loin,
Loin.
and
Loin.
then you
Kick me right
fill
in
the
loin.
in the easy cooker. You have to put like up to the number 2. It's like 2 cups of water at the bottom,
Okay. Yes.
and then there's a little rack, and then you set it sits right up
What?
above that 2 mark, the water mark, and then you put the pork loin on there, and And this is very interesting. They said, yeah, I read, and it turned out amazing. It was really good, very juicy. And the trick is not to overcook it. Like it's very lean meat. Most people overcook it, and then it becomes hard. Yeah. And so in the easy cooker, you put the pressure on high, but you only cook it for 3 minutes if it's a pound, or 5 minutes if it's less than 3 pounds. So by the time the pressure, it takes 10 minutes for the pressure to build up. Then it only maintains that for like 3. Like mine was only a pound. I only maintained it for 3 minutes, and then it stops. But you got to let it dissipate, and it takes about 15 minutes to dissipate. So the whole process is still almost like a half an hour.
Yeah.
But it's only 3 minutes of that pressure.
Crazy.
Which turned out great. Really good. Really
also good. Poisoned myself, but still.
Delicious.
Yeah, I was going straight
poison.
Today. I was telling Adhawk a little bit just before we got on there, before you popped on. I had a nightmare of a report over the weekend that I worked on.
Okay.
That like put in 18 hours of work on it, and it was just in my 20 plus years of working in social media in some fashion or another, I have never come across just a worse affecting me mentally report.
Ooh. What were you reporting on?
It was on a promotion that a client was running that was called the
dead baby promotion. It was horrible. If I meant
it was the CBBB. The coalition, the coalition to back black businesses.
Okay.
And they were giving away grants to impoverished neighborhoods.
Uh-huh.
That's it. That's what the program was.
What made it so challenging?
Because white people.
Oh God. Oh right. Because for all of you out there in Wisconsin that don't know,
yes.
BB Rumble, he is employed by chat room monitoring.
Yeah, it's
for major corporations. Yeah. Okay. And so therefore, when something like this goes up, he has to manage those people that are monitoring the comment section.
Yep.
For different products or different movements like this. And so BB had it rough because he was dealing with little brain, fear-driven, honky America,
unrelenting.
racist.
I mean, it was unrelenting.
Wow.
It was unbelievable. Over the course of 5 days, a site that normally gets around 200 comments a day.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Got over the course of 5 days, got a little about 8,000 comments.
Wow.
So it just went off the hook. And of those 8,000, about 4,000 of them were specifically just racial hate speech. Like half of them were just ugly. Ugly, stupid. I mean, just ugly. Not just like, this isn't fair.
Mm-hmm.
How come I'm a white guy, and how come I don't call what? Not just that. I mean, just ugly. I don't understand. Why would you want to give a grant to a black business when they're just going to burn down their own business and then loot their neighborhood? Doesn't make sense. And then I mean, just and then moving into N-words and blackies. Why would I want to? Why would I want to go shop at a blackie store? At a store that's owned by a blackie. I mean, I'm just like, are you fucking kidding me? I was like, thousands. Oh
my God.
Post after post after post.
America.
To the point where the people that were supporting the promotion, about half of those wound up trying to defend the promotion inappropriately. Just like started, look at Whitey crying again. I mean, just coming back in the other direction. Like that was going to quiet people down somehow. It was unbelievable. Although it was around 200 inappropriate comments compared to about 4,000 from the white community.
Wow.
And it was just never ending. I mean, it was like, you just got to the point where you were like, why? Like I stopped several times and would look at K Rock, and I'd just be like, why? Why would they say that? Like, why?
Why would they take the time to even
Why
type
would they
it? Like,
take the time? Like, what is going on in their life?
correct.
That they somehow feel enough hatred or whatever it is that is driving them, that this is the priority in their life for that moment, to go and put out this kind of comment where the promotion itself is simply trying to help impoverished neighborhoods, depending upon what zip code you lived in, and if you could use help to get your business going, trying to support and get something going in the small business, in the small communities. And people just losing their mind and just going completely racial over it. And they had requested a special report. The client had been like, can you do a special report on specifically these 90 advertisements? Which meant I had to read every post from all 90 advertisements.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
And it was just, I mean, I got to Saturday night and I just like, I'm done. I quit. I'm leaving. I'm going over here. I'm going to watch. I watched some, I don't remember who, some stand-up comedian. Philip Wang. Yeah, I was like, I gotta find something that makes. Oh look, here's a guy named Phil Wang. What's the name of his stand-up? Oh, the name of his stand-up is Philly Wang Wang. Sounds perfect. Let's do it.
That's something we would have made up.
Yeah,
That's
it's Phil
hilarious.
Wang, and his stand-up is Philly Wang Wang. I was like, this is perfect. Give me, get me a black Manhattan and a straw, and give me my headset. I want Philly Wang Wang, and that's it. I'm just
Chitty bang bang,
detox.
Philly wang wang.
Yeah. Oh, it was, and then I presented it on.
was the stand up
That's
good though?
It was fine. Yeah, he was funny.
He did good. He did good.
Yeah, he did good.
He did good.
He gave me what I need. He was a British Asian guy, so he's an Asian guy that talks with a British accent.
Okay.
And it's pretty funny. Like a few annoying aspects to the character. Just he repeats stuff way too much. Like not funny. Not the funny repeat, but he like. It's it's my version of as you walk. He's thinking. He's like, where am I at my bit? Okay, right. But
Gotcha.
So it's just kind of like
glitching.
Yeah, it's like, okay, it's not gonna be funny now if you keep repeating it. But and then I presented the report yesterday, which was it wound up being really good because the vice president of the company that I presented it to, at the end of it, after we gave the thing and all that, and I had asked, there was always a question section at the end. Anybody have any questions? And some people asked questions and all that. Okay, anybody else? And then the vice president of the company said, no, the president's questions, but Brian, I wanted to thank you for your passion in presenting some of the aspects of this report. It's a very delicate thing, and it was just obvious that you were very passionate about what you were seeing there, and I really appreciate that. And I was like, well, thanks. It was definitely one of the most difficult reports I've worked through, and I just couldn't believe the reaction that we were seeing to something that there should be no reason to be negative to. It wasn't. Everyone's crying, free money. It's not free money. It's literally a coalition of individuals that grew up in various zip codes that have made a life for themselves, who were putting money together in a grant foundation. It wasn't coming from the government. It wasn't coming from your tax-paying dollars. It was a coalition of other people putting money together and go, hey, we would like to give this amount of money to other businesses that are going to try and do this. But nobody cares. Nobody cares because it's coalition to black-owned businesses. It was
fear of a black planet. Yeah. All right, everybody. 500 Big Room Bucks. Name the artist. Fear of a Black Planet was the name of the album.
Philly Wang Wang.
Philly Wang Wang. That's incorrect. Yeah. Wow. That's sad state of affairs.
Oh yeah.
And as much as I shake my head in like disbelief, I believe it.
Yeah, it was.
It's
And
like,
the part of it, I see it fairly.
what year is
regularly.
this?
I see it fairly regularly on social media.
You
But just for it to be
like all
4,000 posts over the course of a couple of days, and it wasn't like 8 guys posting 500 posts each. These were hundreds of people. It wasn't just a few people causing issues. Hundreds of people coming in, posting dozens of things, saying,
wow, that affects your sleep. That affects your mental state. That lowers your vibration.
"Oh yeah, dude, I was not in a great place Saturday night." Saturday night was not a great place. Yeah.
Bones, the drummer of Black Cat Moan, who I happen to be a member of, he works in the prison system. And he is subject to the extremes of the pendulum,
right,
on a daily basis.
Small-minded hatred from both
ends. On both ends, oppressed and angry. I got a right to be. My brother's being persecuted. Quote from I think another song by Public Enemy. And then those in the system. And then those in the system, hand a K-Rock, everybody, that have that same mentality of
take a sippy, drink
their
it up.
problem is if they would only make better choices, we wouldn't have to shoot them in the face or kneel on their necks or, hey, K-Rock, you know what I mean? And so when he comes out of left field, and gets sucked up into that on social media, I'm like, man, you just got to lay back. You don't, there's no need to voice your opinion because you're not changing anybody's mind. And not only that, you're making me change my mind about your perspective.
Right.
But we got to sit down and talk about this because you have an extremely unique day-to-day perspective of this, but you really got to be in the middle, man. You gotta be in the middle of, like, you are in the middle of all of it, and you need to be neutral alignment.
Yeah. I mean, if you're being subjected to that kind of,
I couldn't handle that shit. You did it for 10 days.
I did for 18 hours. I did for 18 hours.
Oh, I thought it was 10 days. It's 18 hours.
2 days. Like 10 days. 2 days, 18 hours, 9 hours a day. And it was just
pummeling.
I mean, I went to bed Friday night feeling just spent. Yeah. And then Saturday night, when I got to Saturday night, I literally thought, I'm just going to drink this whole bottle. Like, there's...
I'll just numb myself.
Go
away, memory, go away.
I'm just going to, you go away. Just go.
Go away, memory,
Did I finish it? Yeah, I finished it. Okay, I finished the report. Okay.
Oh, my God.
It was just
finish the report, finish the bottle.
Yeah, and it was even a thing of, no, I don't want to talk to anybody. I don't want to drink with anybody. I'm just going to drink and watch Philly Wang Wang and and whatever comes on after that. And
man, that's amazing. That's
man, like I it's really fast. We were trying to leave the United States mainly because I was feeling a lot of that.
Oh yeah,
and it's a really unique position that a human goes through when you become the caretaker of not just any child or any people around you, but your offspring. And you start looking at putting them in the best possible safe scenarios.
Yeah.
And it's not just about putting them in a bubble. It's about putting them in the right arena for them to kick ass in, the right place where they're going to get good education and not deal with shit that you shouldn't have to deal with. You know what I mean? Like racism and caring about impoverished people getting good goods and them doing something good, and you like being that's anyway. I really was looking to raise my children outside of the United States. The circumstances that we are in is correct for this timeline. It's been wonderful, but because I think they're supposed to experience that a little bit before whatever happens in their life, just so they're not completely ignorant to it, and or just viewing it from a European standpoint. But I told you that our eldest best friend to this day stems from his kindergarten experience of the first week in school when elections were coming up, and the child our eldest raised his hand to the teacher. They were talking about elections. Your parents are going to go and vote. This is what's going to happen. And our eldest raised his hand and said, I just want to say that Trump is he's a bully and a jive turkey.
A jive turkey. Yeah.
And we found this out because a mother of another child in his classroom in kindergarten pulled Jafar aside and said, "Hey, I need to talk to you about something your child said in class." And she was like, "All right, taking my earrings out. I'm ready for this." And she said, "Thank goodness, my child, we feel the same way." And, and now they're co-captains on the same soccer team, him and his best friend, and they're still best friends. And, we have him here. I had him here for dinner the other night. But anyway, nevertheless, there are of like minds.
And she was like, "Does the monk often say jive turkey?"
Jive turkey.
Yes. Very much. Very much. And that anyway.
I mean, it definitely, and I think it's one of the
It's fucking astounding. I think we spent all last season talking about it here in the big room.
Yeah. I mean, we talked about it a lot.
But I don't want to go down that road, obviously.
No.
I'm sorry you had to deal with it.
Oh yeah, I mean, there is something that creates a magnetic bond when you do find other people that are of the same kind of thing, where you're just like, and because there's that feeling that you get inside when you're experiencing that kind of just blind, idiotic hatred. Hatred that you can focus can be amazingly powerful, but just this random blind hatred that if you don't even understand where it's coming from, or you
holding yourself down.
Yeah, it's and you have that feeling inside where you're shocked at its existence, and when you encounter another person, then you can see it shocked. You go, okay, all right, because they I know they know exactly what I felt in my chest. The kind of lunacy that I was experiencing in terms of and then they try and some of them try to make these in what they think are in they write long posts. They're not all like the majority of them
scream. It's not just a blurt.
Yeah. The majority of them are just a short,
outburst.
So they can just burn down their own business again. Why would I do that? Or they'll get into a conversation where, the one guy was talking to, this woman that was in favor of the promotion, and he was like, he was like, see, you only think that way because all you do is watch the liberal media television. They're brainwashing you into believing that. And the woman says, I don't own a TV. I don't watch TV. And his response to that is, oh, well, you just go pick one up for yourself for the next protest. Because
the looting.
Right, the looting. Yeah, like that's his response to it. But then so the majority of them are that. But then many
painful.
Several dozen are writing these long posts about. Well, you don't even understand the history of the black race, do you? I mean, when you look at it, They've been given everything. They were given reparations. They've been given affirmative action. They're just simply,
Given.
yeah, they're just simply not able to run a business. I mean, this has been a proven fact. If
Wow.
this American experiment has shown one thing, it is that the black race, if not being supervised by someone else, they don't have the mental capacity to run a business. I mean, and they're writing like this long thing and then giving examples as to what they feel, and you're just like, oh my god,
What a terrible existence to have that
terrible existence.
mindset.
You know, I mean, like I said, I got it for 18 hours, and then the last few days I've been coming away from it, and then delivering the report was great because, got that same kind of recognition from the people that wanted me to do it.
Mm-hmm.
And the vice president is a very attractive black woman that complimented me on the passion of the report. So I was like, okay, good, good. I'm glad that at least it's not everyone is like this. This is not, but those people that type those shit, they live there. Like they never get away from it. They never get to. In another week or so, that'll be in my rearview mirror, and it'll be a great story. But 3 years ago, I did this report on this black business thing. And oh my god! And it'll be a great story that I can whip out from time to time, similar to a penis. And but those people live there. I mean, like they live there. Yeah, they're there all the time. How that brain? I mean, and how many of them have children? That's the other part that fucking
That's the
pisses me off.
fucked up part.
Yeah, so many of them have children that that those brains are getting infected. Relentlessly
infected. But
yeah,
unlike 20 years ago, unlike 40 years ago, unlike the Middle Ages, we do have the internet as another age of enlightenment for those who have a question, can seek answers outside of their immediate community, their immediate circle. You know what I mean? And realize that their questions that come from inside, the answers they're not alone.
Our company president Peter just wrote a great article on that. That it's very common or popular right now in most of your major media circles to blame social media for so much of the problems because Facebook isn't being stringent enough on fact checking what people are posting. That people are free to post. Oh yeah, no, horse tranquilizers are the perfect cure for COVID. And that Facebook isn't doing their job. And Peter just put the opposite point of view, saying, it's impossible. There's some element of people you need to do your own research to some degree. Just because you see something on the internet posted saying this is happening or this isn't happening, and then you go, gee, I knew it. I knew Obama was a commie. You have to go, where is that coming from?
Mm.
But like what you were just saying was that the thing of the internet is that in the big picture, it still does more good than bad because it provides an opportunity for people to reach outside their circle. Sure, it makes it, there is an element that makes it easier for, the white supremacists or whatever to gather in their dark rooms and find each other where they might not normally do so. But it also provides those people's families a potential outlet if they want to. It's an avenue that was not there 20, 30, 40 years ago. And I agree.
Kind of like mind, not just locally, but globally. Yeah. And, it helps a human to walk with upright, and not cringing to the world around them. And I mean that, like fear. Yeah. It alleviates fear. And knowledge is power.
Yeah.
One thing I always tell our kids, from the beginning is like, what's fear? I ask them, what is fear? And they say, fear is the unknown. It's like, okay, so let's do our research.
Yeah.
That sentence comes up all the time in this house. What is fear? Fear is the mind killer. Fear is the... I started rewatching Dune, by the way. Because there's another Dune coming out.
Yeah.
Have you seen a trailer come for this?
I saw some trailers for it, yeah.
I was... Okay, let's... I mean, that's another book that deals about, extermination of other races and such for, the greater good and capitalism as well. But so they're redoing it. And when I first learned about it, I pulled something up and I saw all these pop movie names, like this long list of who's who in this... in the last 3 years of Hollywood. And I was like, oh, fuck me. Seriously, again?
Right.
And then I pulled something up on YouTube about the music score and they were talking to the person in charge of the sound of it. And then that gave me hope again. And then I watched something on the design of it, and that gave me hope again. And then I'm like, okay. And then I watched the long trailer, and I'm like, okay, this actually could be good, despite, or this is what's going to help all of those names that became popular for one thing reach into a very artistic and dramatic role. What's happening?
Well,
Where did this?
Oh no!
Long forgotten Hungarians.
Bro,
What did you call me? Did you call me a Hungarian?
Yes.
You didn't say Hungarian, did you?
I don't know. I said the long forgotten.
You never call
something.
Romanian a Hungarian. Never.
Romanian?
Cheers.
That's what I said, Romanian.
Yeah, I just finished it, bro.
That's what you just finished?
yeah, good to see you, Krampus.
Did you
Hey,
say
he has a
bro?
Romanian painting of a beautiful woman behind him,
You're very well.
based on a Romanian woman.
You are very well lit today, Krampus. You're very well
Yeah,
lit.
where you at, man?
Right now I'm actually streaming from my phone because I'm at a friend's place.
Hey,
Where they have light bulbs.
Lots of light bulbs.
Yeah, they have actually.
Does
Let's
your
have
hat?
it.
Does your hat?
Este tovarăș din America. Sigur nu vreți să salutați?
Krampus.
They are
does your-
shy. They are shy. They don't want to
Krampus,
salute you.
does your hat have a 32 on it?
So no, it's just my cap, bro. It's just my cap.
I know, but your
Does
hat.
have the number 32.
Does your hat have the 32?
Oh
on it?
no, it's 1312.
Oh, okay.
It's close enough.
It's an anti-police slogan.
Okay. What,
Right on,
What is
Chris.
what is the 1312?
Tell us about this.
What are you guys doing?
Oh.
Say hello.
Oh,
Say
my
hello.
I saw some
Oh.
No.
Yay! Romanian lady friends.
Come into the big room.
Yeah, they are shy.
All right, tell us about 1213.
1312.
1312.
Strike that,
So
reverse
it's
it.
basically like the first and second letter of the alphabet. So ACAB. It means all cops are bastards.
Right. Okay.
So that's the anti-police.
Well, tell us whatever else you want to tell us. You popped on here to tell us. What's going on, man?
Yeah.
No, because
You're with the ladies, but you
rings.
popped in hanging in the big room.
Yeah, I forgot that today was the day you guys were streaming, but I just seen it on the messenger group, and I remembered. So I said if I'm up,
Nice.
I need to come into the big room.
That's great.
Good to
We
see
miss
you,
our
brother.
friends.
I'm not at my apartment. I'm just on my phone. This is the first time I've been calling you on my phone, actually.
It's very
Works
clean.
good, man. Salute.
Hey, Krampus, I have a question for you.
You can ask it, but the question is nothing at the moment.
What were you drinking? Right, I know what you got. You got to change
was
that.
drinking-
What were you drinking?
So I was drinking this beer that I got you a photo with.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a kind of a local beer from Romania, but It's not that good as my local beer from my town because it was bought by like a larger company, and the ingredients are not that natural anymore. But it's okay. It's
Okay.
What does the translate the title for us?
chukas.
Kukas.
Basically Chuk. Chuk is also a city, Mercura Chuk, and it's also like a mountain range. And then
So it's like
Nice.
it's like the Rocky Mountains. It's like
it's like a
Colorado.
mountain. Yeah, it's like a mountain, and their logo is the deer, or what's the male version of the deer?
The buck.
A buck.
Stag.
Yeah, it's the buck. Yeah, the Milwaukee Bucks.
The Rocky Bucks. That's right. That's right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
Krampus. Now that I'm brokenhearted, you introduce some
Bro.
ladies to me.
Come to Romania.
Yeah, you
Come
need
on,
to
man.
come from Romania.
Come.
I need to introduce you.
I'm coming,
I told you
dude.
I told you many months ago when you were not with Slay. I told you I'm waiting for you, bro.
Nice,
There it
nice.
is.
All
There
right.
it is.
It's on. All right, we're gonna make some plans. I think we're gonna make some plans. I might be going to Romania.
Yeah, you're at
Maybe
open. You're at open travel time now, right? You got some.
So what have
Yeah.
you guys been up to?
What has everybody been up to?
Ah,
Oh,
Yeah,
good stuff. A lot of
Yeah.
good stuff. A
Yeah,
lot
good
of good stuff. Uh-huh.
yeah, yeah.
That's-
It's been a lot
that's
of
good
work,
to
a lot of
hear.
good stuff.
And
Yeah,
then
I mean,
how are you coping with the new transition? It's still
What's
fresh.
the new
or not?
transition? Oh, you mean getting out and about?
Now from being a couple to single life again.
Oh, this
Yeah.
one. This one.
oh well.
I
So
He's
Are
about
you
5
still
hours
ready?
into it, by the
Yeah.
way.
just happened today.
Oh, really? Just today?
Yeah,
Yeah,
man.
just today.
I thought it was a couple of weeks ago, or maybe
Nay.
I don't know. Ah, fuck! Just today. So you are single, but not yet ready to mingle.
Oh, I'm ready to
He's
mingle.
ready.
bro.
Man.
Oh, you
I'm
are?
very ready. I'm very ready. Very
Going
ready
straight
to
into
mingle.
business. Very nice.
Yeah, man. You know, yeah, it's a painful thing, but yeah, it's everything. There's always positive takeaways. You know, there's always
Yeah.
there's good and bad in everything. So I
Bro,
feel
if
like in
If
this,
it was not meant to be, it wasn't meant to be. Simple as that.
my thing is like we talked about, you know, perspective and, you know, understanding what the other person wants and what I want and getting that in alignment. And if it's not in alignment, then, you know, then you have choices to make. And I always said it's always about choices. You know, even with her, I mean, she chose to lie to me, and I just, that's the thing like that bothered me the most is like
Just swing by me.
if I have
Lies,
a choice
killer.
between the red pill and the blue pill in the Matrix, I always said I want the red pill. I want to know. I want to make the choice. I don't want somebody making a choice for me. And she made a choice for me to lie to me about going out and sleeping with somebody else. Well, if she would have told me, you know what I mean? I might have been different about it.
Yeah,
Might
because
handle it.
honesty is the best policy.
Honesty is the best
Yes.
policy. That's right. So
When I read the story that you sent, Adhawk, that was my thing. The thing was, I said to K-Rock, I was like, you know, the main thing there is if she lied to him, that's the only thing I have the issue about.
me
Like,
too, man.
Yeah, because if she were to be honest with you, then it will not be like that big of
Yeah.
a problem. But if
Well,
she lies,
Krampus,
then-
like backstory too is that like we already went through this about a month ago. No, about 3 weeks ago, whatever. So it happened before, and I said, okay, well then we got to redefine, and like it's only, you know, say you in a open relationship, a polygamous, a polyamorous relationship. I said, okay.
Yeah.
Then this is fine, but it's only polyamorous relationship if both parties know that they're in a polyamorous relationship. Otherwise, somebody's lying to somebody, and somebody thinks they're in if somebody thinks they're in a monogamous relationship and they're not, then you're just lying to me. And so we had this discussion 3 weeks ago, and that's why today was so painful, because I was like, look, I didn't ask that much from you except to tell me the truth. but you told me that you were going to your father's to sleep last night because we were going to hang out all day and you were sick, and then you didn't do that.
Damn, bro. Let me tell you, you deserve better. Trust me.
Thank you, brother. Thank you, man. I appreciate that, Krampus.
And it's such a bummer because from my first impression of her, she seemed like a sweet, nice girl, you know. But again,
Yeah.
She is.
impressions, you know, first impressions are,
No, well-
are just that.
I think it was just a.
No,
I think she is. I think it was just a different.
she isn't.
Yeah.
Just different lifestyle choices, like the way she. Okay, so my friend, from Uzbekistan, you know, he's one of my best friends, and he said, you know what, Adam, he said, think about it. If you were 21 and you had the ability to date 5 or more beautiful women, would you or would you not do that? And
But-
I mean, me at
was she
21,
old?
huh?
Was she 21 years old?
Yeah, she's 21. She still is 21.
Oh, so she's much younger than you. I didn't know that.
Yeah, she's much younger than me, and also, you know, so
You king, bro. You managed to get her.
right.
That's
That's
my
why he's the
boy,
King
yeah.
Adhawk.
That's right. That's right. It finally dawned on
That's the way to
Krampus.
go, bro. Lock it up. Lock it up.
I mean, it was locked. I mean, it was locked up as it could be locked up, I suppose. But
Yeah,
this is the thing. So he says, look, if you had the choice to do this, if you could see 5 different beautiful women, then why is it such a crime for the woman to want to do that same thing at 21? And I said, okay, well, this is a good point. So I have to consider it, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cut her some slack, you know, maybe a little bit. So
Yeah, because she's young. Yeah.
yeah,
It's
man.
the
still,
understanding of the relationship.
It's not an excuse. The fact that she's young, because you know it doesn't matter. Your age is still, honestly, as I said, is the best policy.
Yeah, you're the man, Krampus. You're the man. That's right, brother. That's why you got it right. That's the thing. I said, look, let me make the decision. If you tell me that, you know,
it's the base thing in every relationship. Honesty is the first thing, and loyalty is the second.
yeah. Regardless of what, that's why I said I don't know if I could be in a polyamorous relationship, but I said, well, let me try because you know I definitely enjoy the time we spend together. And
Bro,
you're
too old to play these stupid games for polyamorous and stupid shit like this.
perhaps
You need
it's true.
Yes, you need the queen in your life, bro. That's it.
Well, it all depends on what you want. It all depends on what you want, man.
So just was. Ne jucăm uno? Okay.
All right. How many? Where are you at, man? You at a party? You at some girl's house? How many?
I am at a girl's house, but it's not a party. It's
Just one girl?
3 girls.
And you?
don't you get any ideas, bro? It's not like that. No, it's we play.
Hey, can you put me on the screen and try to get me a date?
I don't know if they want to. They are shy. They don't wanna come in and say hi. Vreți să intrați să spuneți salut pe gură să
Vreau
vorbesc?
să zic bună.
Păi și ce mă arăți pe cheie?
Get him on! Hey!
Hey!
This is Adhawk. This is Adhawk.
Și voi nu? Nu vreți?
You're on mute, Monk.
Nu o să mă Oh, here comes the second girl.
Second
Hello.
girl.
Oh, hello.
Hello, Romanian beautiful girl.
Again. He keeps closing them.
Nu fi party pooper. And
Give it to me
He
again.
said party poop.
Adhawk.
Give me 30 seconds. 30 seconds.
30 seconds.
yeah, life's good, bro.
Good,
Nevertheless,
man. Good. Good for you, Krampus.
Krampus,
That's
thanks
good.
so much for taking some time to be with us.
Yeah,
again.
man.
I told you guys, if whenever you guys stream and if I am up for some reason, because actually this year I will be I will have more free time, especially when you guys stream. Next day, tomorrow, I don't have courses in the morning. I don't have courses for my university.
Oh,
So I can,
good
guys,
second
if
schedule. Good.
not, tired or anything, I will join you. Much
Awesome.
much more
Nice,
than less.
nice.
Nice.
So these girls
Good.
speak English?
And they're all. You guys
They
all
do, yeah.
hang out
But
at.
They're shy, right?
yeah, a little bit.
And it's 4 a.m. there now.
Da, am spus că vorbiți, dar na, sunteți puțin timide.
Mi-e rușine, Max.
Păi asta am spus eu, da. Și ce dacă sunteți combinate? Care e problema? Yeah, anyway, bro.
They're impressed by your English skills, I think.
Who wouldn't be, bro? Who?
That's right. That's right. That's
I
right.
know a lot of stuff, so.
Hey, how did last semester go, by the way? How are things going academically? How's your mission?
So I had the re-examination. I passed most of them, but me not being, actually I was absent from many of my optional courses. So I had to redo the first year, unfortunately.
Oh, son of a gun. But you were like,
Yeah,
hey,
so-
you said it was optional. I optioned not
I mean,
to.
they were optional, but in my case, if I had attended them, I would have passed in the second year. Because now in this year, I will do them, but most of the courses I already passed, so I will redo just the courses I didn't pass. So it's just like that's what
Right,
I said.
that's
Just have more free time now. this year.
Right.
Right on.
Oh, that's
Gotcha.
good, man. That's good.
Romanians have a saying like from all the bad comes good. So I will learn from this mistakes.
Right
So and
That's what I was talking to Adhawk about.
Yeah,
We learn from contrast.
Oh,
right?
yeah.
That's the same thing. From all bad comes good. Why do we fall down, Master Wayne? Master Bruce.
We learn from pain,
Stand
too,
up.
you know?
Pick ourselves up.
That's right.
Yeah, man.
That's right.
Hey, when I come over,
So cool.
you got to take me to that tattoo place, too. I'm starting to get new tattoos in different countries I go to.
I will hook you up, bro, with anything you want. Really.
Nice.
Yeah. I like your
all my
artwork.
tattoos
You
are
did a
from
good
the
job.
Netherlands. Yeah.
That's right. Yeah, mine are.
This Sunday,
From
actually, I will finish this tattoo. The circle, the
Right,
spot here.
right.
That I will finish.
You're gonna get-
It will be a flower, a rose, actually, in memory of my.
Right on.
So. It will
Yeah, I
be
remember
the-
you saying that. Yeah.
Yeah, I remember
Yeah,
that.
yeah.
Yeah, that's
This
awesome.
Sunday-
That's this weekend?
This Sunday, I will finish the tattoo.
Oh,
At-
nice, man.
Awesome.
Congratulations. Excellent.
Get some footage to share with us.
Yeah, I will upload the photos on the messenger group.
Yeah.
Sweet. Yeah, great.
I will keep you updated.
Yeah, man. Love
Yeah.
to see it for sure. Cool.
You were
Well, hey.
posting not long ago about you were looking at flight tickets to Pittsburgh. It was like
Yeah.
what was the hours? It was a ridiculous amount of hours
26 hours. It had
in
it
movement.
had 2 stops. So
Right.
That was
Too
the
late.
layover stuff.
yeah, it had from Bucharest. The first stop was in Amsterdam, and then from
Not a bad
Amsterdam,
place to be.
it was not stop, but I forgot where. And then from that stop, you got to, I believe, New York, and then from New York to Pittsburgh.
Well, hey,
Right.
when's a good time for me to come visit? When do you start? What's going on? Like this at the beginning of December? Is that a good time?
Beginning of December, yeah. Beginning of December, actually, most of Romania is covered in snow. Christmas and all of that, and all the lights in the cities.
It's
the
snowy
mountains-
over there.
How is New Year's Eve in Romania? How do you celebrate New Year's Eve?
By
Because
getting
we
really
were in the
drunk.
Netherlands for one New Year's Eve, and it was a different
Ooh.
experience.
That would be cool.
In the Netherlands, I believe they smoke a lot of weed. And actually, they do throughout the year, not just the New Year's Eve. Throughout the
Yeah,
year,
it depends what section actually, but they
Yeah.
but a lot of fireworks. Holy smokes! I
Romania-
thought Pittsburgh loved fireworks. Nothing
In-
like the
in Ro-
Netherlands.
Romania, it doesn't matter where you are. You can be like in the rural region. It doesn't matter. Most of us do fireworks in the New Year's Eve. We make the countdown and then we grab fireworks or
No
some
shit.
sort
So
of-
you guys too? Yeah. No
Yeah.
kidding.
all of us, we buy fireworks, many fireworks that are actually illegal. So,
Yeah.
but
yeah.
we buy them nonetheless, you know.
Yeah, yeah. I saw it. I saw it firsthand. It was like I couldn't believe how many fireworks are going off for
Yeah,
an hour, and
I believe
like grand scale
you guys
fireworks, like from one block over. Just
Really?
it's
Wow.
insane.
close to each
Major
other. I mean,
investments, danger.
it doesn't matter where you are. You will always have fireworks near you.
Yeah,
Really?
fascinating.
It
In
doesn't matter.
Romania.
Yeah, it doesn't matter where you
On
can
New Year's
pick a
Eve.
random spot on geolocation. You can drop
Yeah.
in that spot, and if it's New Year's Eve, you're gonna see fireworks.
Yeah.
No shit.
And one year for 4th of July, K-Rock and I were selling fireworks in Portage, and we were in this parking lot of this gas station, and Portage, which I had never realized before, has a lot of woodsmen. There's a lot of people living in the woods in Portage, and I don't know how many people they
Hunters.
interact with outside of their own families, and that includes like dating and such. And we were in this parking lot, and I'm not kidding you. This guy comes walking out of the woods. Just comes walking out of the woods. He is barefoot and wearing overalls. Nothing underneath his overalls. That we get, no
no
shirt, nothing like
t-shirt,
that.
nothing.
No t-shirt,
Okay.
just wear overalls. One of the overall straps is undone, so it's just like
Huck Finn.
hanging there. No shoes, no socks, barefoot.
Yo, what did you do in the?
Dirty,
Seven fingers.
yeah, dirty as fuck. I mean, just covered in mud of some sort. Hair
That's a-
unkempt. He comes walking over to me and Karen, and to me and K-Rock, and there was definitely a look of a banjo, a talent with the banjo that he had. And he goes walking up, and he's just looking at us with this one dead eye, and all he says is literally like this: he goes, "You guys got any dynamite?"
Also,
It was
it's
like,
a redneck.
"Yeah, you guys got any dynamite?" And we're like, no,
Yeah, let me
no,
grab it out of my picture.
yeah, no,
Let me get it out of this
no.
cartoon bag I have right
Cartoon
here.
bag,
Here,
yeah.
Bugs
It's
Bunny
like-
just sold me
it-
some not long ago.
No, you ain't got no dynamite. Not even half sticks. No, sir, we don't. All right. And he turns around and just meanders back into the woods. Back into the woods. Like
What did he do in the woods, bro? Coming from that-
I don't know where he came from, where he went to.
I think he
How
was
he
fucking with you.
He had to
I think
be.
it was Borat.
He put a lot of time into
don't
getting that
think.
filthy though, because he.
Yeah,
looked
but
like he-
imagine, because I actually recently saw a stand-up comedy. I told you about the guys, the Andrew Schultz. I don't know if you guys know him, but Andrew Schultz did the show in Alabama, and in the front row there was a guy with his mom, and then they had tickets for a date, and then the guy that stand-up comedian went, I didn't want to say it, but up north they got some rumors about Alabama.
Yeah.
And maybe, did you
Yeah.
see any suspicious movement in the woods before he got up?
That's Portage is the Alabama of Pennsylvania. That's what it is.
They gotta get T-shirts made.
Yeah, Portage is the Alabama of Pennsylvania.
Yeah.
I get it.
Yeah.
Fascinating.
But yeah, dude, you should make some plans for a New Year's Eve trip to Krampus.
New Year's Eve in Romania. We'll do a special show in the big room.
Yeah.
Hey.
Do you seriously consider coming to Romania?
Yeah, so right now I have a ticket already purchased that I need to use. So, I could fly anywhere in the world with this ticket, basically.
He's got a magic ticket.
What is this?
He's got a
Well, I
magic
mean,
ticket.
It's just like,
It's like
it's
a
like
credit,
$1,000
right?
ticket, you know what I mean? So you can fly anywhere basically in the world round trip out of Pittsburgh for about $1,000. So I could get over there. I don't know. I'm gonna do some research. We're gonna do some research.
If you decide you wanna come to Romania, I will be there to greet you at the airport. I will come pick you up in my car, no problem, bro.
Oh, nice. You got a car too, not just a motorcycle.
Yeah, my car is actually in my city, and it's not here in Bucharest, in the capital. But I will go to my city just to get you, bro.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
We have to have a couple of special
I can see that happening.
episodes.
This might have to happen. This might have to fucking happen. I think this is the year for this
Special
to
event,
happen.
bro. Imagine I have to ride. I don't know how many miles. It's 500 kilometers, so it's like 400 something miles from where I.
Well, no.
No, you don't have to do that, bro. I could probably fly into a city closer to you.
But actually, I mean, Bucharest is quite nice during the winter time. But if you plan a trip to Romania, we can go like countrywide, and I can go with my car. You know, we can make like a small trip
A
around
circuit, like a circuit.
Exactly, yeah, and I will take you to
That would be awesome, dude.
I think you guys should.
I want to do
you
that.
You guys should WhatsApp.
We got to do that.
WhatsApp so you guys can talk about this and like start scheduling. See what makes sense. If Bucharest is a place that Krampus wants to go to, that Adhawk can help him, stay with you, Adhawk, and do the Bucharest thing, and then go to Romania. You guys figure it all out. But now, Adhawk, I have a question.
I already have the places in mind. It's no problem. I can make the trip right now.
My question is: Is this instead of Egypt?
Yeah, I canceled Egypt. Yeah,
you canceled Egypt.
Yeah, I canceled Egypt.
It's a dangerous time right now.
No, it wasn't that. I just had a falling out with the person I was traveling with, and so it was just like, all right, then I'll do something else. You know what I mean? So that's what it is. So I got this ticket that'll get me anywhere. Yeah, that's no worries. I'll go to Egypt next year.
Yeah,
not a big deal.
Now
but this year, I'm looking for somewhere to go. I'm looking for some. I was kicking around what I was gonna do. So
options open, bro. I am here for you.
And I was gonna take Slay somewhere, but you know what I mean. That bird is flown, so now I'm a single man again.
We're gonna make her jealous. Don't you worry about this.
I think your travel show. You just found your next host for your travel show.
Right.
For your documentary. It's now a Romanian documentary.
Yeah, man. I'm gonna get like a good. I figure I'm gonna get a good camera, like an iPhone, maybe that little iPhone rig, get set up so I could do some like good documentation while I'm over there, and we'll have a good time, man. And it'll be awesome because you're such a good translator already. It'll be awesome, man. It'll be great. So let's try to make this happen, man.
Keep your options
open. Hey, you made my night, Krampus. Thank you, brother.
No
cheered
problem.
me up, man. It really cheered me up.
I am always here, bro.
You the man. You the man.
Wow.
Nice.
If you do decide you wanna come to Romania, just hit me up and it'll be no problem.
New Year's Eve in Romania. Wow.
Fucking great, believe me. And if you want, we can. Do you want actually the New Year's Eve, like 31st of December?
Well, no. I mean, I'll talk to you about like what's a good time frame for you.
Yeah, because the New Year's Eve, like actually 31st of December, I believe have to go. Usually we gather a bunch of friends and we rent a cabin and we go to the cabin, And if you decide you come to Romania, if you decide you want to come the 31st of December, I need to plan in advance, to speak with my friends and then make the arrangements so you can stay with us and the cabin, and actually see the New Year's Eve.
Dude, you'd want to make cabin in Romania on New Year's Eve
with Krampus.
There's no way this can't.
And horribly wrong. Now, I remember a story. It has to happen. And I remember a story that you told about being in a cabin and then ending on like a horse ranch.
Yeah, you went by yourself through the city and almost got in fist fights and People followed you back to the cabin, and
Yeah, on
pitchforks.
horseback.
And horseback. That's it. Yeah.
dude,
Yeah, yeah.
I don't know if
Yeah,
I'm ready
it
for
will
all
not-
that now.
It will not be that kind of a vacation, bro. Don't worry. You know, it's good that if you have me, it's good to have a guy that is also street smart. You know, that
Yeah.
knows.
And a street fighter.
Yeah, not just street fight. We're not gonna run into fights, bro. Don't worry about that.
Good. You got to look after my brother.
You have no
Krampus, I'm
idea
telling
what
you.
you're gonna run into when you're that
Someone, you need someone street smart in order not, for the locals. If someone gets an idea, wow, this guy is American, he must have money or something.
Still
Not to trick you into negotiations or whatever.
And Krampus,
Because
make sure you don't hesitate to be perfectly ready to choke Adhawk out if he's like if he's stepping over the line and starting to get into a street fight, and you're like, man, I'm either gonna have to get into a full on brawl here. Just put the sleeper hold on Adhawk real quick.
Oh, I will help you. What do you mean?
Yeah.
I will help.
I don't start
Yeah.
street fights, bro. I'm not that guy. First of all,
No,
if somebody comes to me though, I mean, I generally try to
I'm that
resolve it
guy.
peacefully.
you gotta be careful with the priests on the.
We'd make a good team. We'll
Yeah.
knock all out.
Woo!
Yeah.
All right, we got a good documentary coming up.
You heard it here first, everyone.
That's right.
The big room goes to Romania.
Well, I believe
wonderful.
the best time to come during the winter time is not actually the Christmas Eve, because maybe you want to spend it with your family or whatever, Christmas and New Year's Eve. If you come during the first weeks of December, when there are we have Christmas fairs in historical cities, and it's the beautiful cities with the old
Architecture.
old buildings, and they are all decorated, and they all have lights, and it's really nice. I can
Magical.
actually I can send you some pictures on the messenger group after I leave, so I can show you what I mean.
Yeah,
Cool,
nice.
man. Yeah, and then send me like a WhatsApp on the messenger group too, and then we'll continue like a private conversation. Not that it has to be private, but we don't have to involve these guys with all the details and planning. But I'll definitely like to look into this.
And next year you will all come. So I'll wait for you all to come.
Yeah, you guys have to plan. Just get it together, man.
Once Adhawk comes, and if he decides to come to Romania,
Uh-oh.
Hey, frozen! He's frozen.
Frozen Krampus.
That's a good freeze.
That's a good freeze, too.
Hey, to see Krampus around Christmas.
Right?
Destiny.
All right. Wow, he's
Have a Krampus Christmas.
You're still frozen, Krampus. I don't know if you can hear us, but you're still
you will have a
frozen.
great time.
Hey, you're
Oh,
back.
there you're back.
I was disconnected. Yeah, I was
I
just
see
about to say, once Adhawk comes back, if he decides to come to Romania, he will show you guys, what a great time he had, and you will be jealous, and you will like, fuck it, let's go to Romania.
Yeah, man. Well, that sounds great, man. That sounds great.
That's beautiful.
We'll definitely keep in touch. We will definitely keep in touch.
All right,
hell yeah.
this is at the top of my mind right now. So,
This actually, I think,
part
is
of
going to
my-
happen, guys.
part of my healing
Baby.
process.
Can you believe this shit?
I feel like it's gonna happen. I feel like it's gonna
Like
happen.
it's going to happen.
I think it
I'll
might
trade your
happen.
options if you have other options as well, other countries. And if you have friends in other countries as well, I'll be your options. And then if you decide to come, I'll be here, bro.
Well, I appreciate that, brother, and I want to respect your schedule and your time as well. So,
we'll
I'm
talk.
flexible. Yeah, I'm flexible. A main thing, I like to, of course, see pubs and girls and just have a good
don't worry.
time. And
Don't worry, I will take you to pubs. Don't worry.
Yes.
You will be drunk every night, bro. Don't worry about that.
You gotta be drunk. The question is, will you be drunk every afternoon?
No.
Oh, no.
During the afternoon, we visit stuff, and then during
That's it. Yeah,
Right,
I want to
right.
eat good food.
Got a good
I like
host.
eating good food during the day. Maybe seeing some ladies and then having some drinks at night.
and especially that
No
now
problem.
during winter time, we have some local foods that are fucking delicious.
Awesome, brother.
Nice.
Sounds good. I'll try to romance some Romanian girls.
You can try, bro. You can try.
I will try. Oh, the trying will happen.
Oh, there's gonna be a lot of
The
trying.
trying will happen.
Let's try.
You will have never seen trying like this before.
Hey, I don't know.
Ridiculous.
You might even reach a point where at some point you will say, "Why does he keep trying?" And that's how much trying I'm going to do.
Well, hey,
why try?
Why does he keep trying like that? I promised you, man. You're going to see trying like you.
I don't know how many American guys they see over there. Maybe not too many.
Not too many. Yeah, here in Bucharest, they see some American guys. We have students in university that come from the US, and then you see like representatives or from companies or whatever, but not that many.
Cool.
My big
And I got to ride a motorcycle with you while I'm over there too. Tattoo, motorcycle, pub.
Adhawk, get your international motorcycle license. You gotta do something like that. There is something you have to go through to make sure that you can ride a motorcycle.
We cannot ride motorcycles, bro. It will be snow.
Okay.
Oh
yeah. Maybe ski with the snowmobiles.
Oh.
So yeah.
Oh, that's the death of Adhawk.
Yeah, he's dead.
Yeah, I'm not sure about snowmobiles.
Why though? You don't like snowmobiles?
No, it'll probably be fun,
branches.
but I just got to be careful.
Trees.
It's like,
okay.
Yeah.
We'll see what's up. We'll make some good plans.
Yeah.
We'll see what's up. What's up.
Pretty epic.
Yeah.
What's your lady friends doing in the background over there? They having a little BotCon festival back over there?
You want to meet me in a couple months?
What?
Yeah, they are just chilling, watching Netflix and I don't know what that.
And chill.
Yeah, they're just chilling.
What's on Netflix right now?
I don't know. Have you guys watched the Squid Game?
I just watched the first 2 episodes today.
It's a fucking
Worth
great.
it.
Oh, it's fucking great.
Too much echo. Who's echoing?
It's Adhawk, I'm sure.
Well,
Hold on.
The
Yeah,
Bune? Oh, listen. It will be a season 2 actually in December.
Oh, okay. I've only watched the first 2 episodes.
Yeah. You need Adhawk and Monk. You need to start with Squid Game as well. Believe me, it's a fucking great.
I don't know that it's going to be the Monks kind of
You
show.
gotta sell me on it.
From what I've seen so
Yeah,
far.
you gotta sell me on it.
You need to see the first episode, and if you like the first episode, it will only get better.
Yeah.
What's it called?
It's called Squid Game.
Squid Game. It's out of Asia. I watched a quick
Korea, yeah.
South Korea.
Yeah, it's very much. Do you remember that movie, Battle Royale?
Royale, yeah.
Yeah.
So I watched a little bit of it last night, actually. Like where they're all in this warehouse with all the beds, and then the people come out with the masks, and they're introduced. Like how can we even trust that you're, this, that, the thing. It's like I watched like 4 minutes of it.
The main idea of the show is like basically it's a game.
Battle Royale.
They get I was talking about Squid Game. They get poor people or people that are in a bad financial situation that have large debts that they cannot afford to pay, and then they propose to them to play a game, and if they win, they get large sum of
45 billion yen.
Yeah,
Right.
exactly. Yeah, and when they get there, it's an private island. They drug them in order to not see where they're going.
I saw that part. Yeah.
And then they dress them the same. There are 456 players, and then they tell them, if you wish to leave, you can leave now. But once the game starts, you cannot stop the game unless the majority of players decide to stop the game. And they do the first game. It's children's games in a much epic scale, but they tell them before if you lose, you get eliminated. But they didn't know once you get eliminated, they actually shoot you and kill you. So then they get through.
For every player that gets eliminated, they add another.
They add the
100 million won to the pot.
So yeah, that's the main idea. And then there's
These people should have read the small print before signing that paperwork.
They actually say that in the episode. They actually say, read the fine
yeah,
print.
yeah.
They
Because
actually say-
the first time
Willy Wonka.
after the first game when
Very Willy Wonka.
people were killed, they decide to stop the game, and then after 2 weeks they come back because they realize, this is their only chance, to get the money
Right.
and
Money.
Mm.
yeah, and the character progression is really, really fucking great.
I enjoyed the first. I literally 20 minutes before I logged on, finished watching the second episode, and
Yeah,
it is-
you need to write on the messenger group. Once you finish the show, tell me what did you think.
Oh
about
yeah,
the show.
yeah. It's definitely. I thought it was up my alley, and the first episodes are. I don't think it's going to capture the monks just because it's a different vibe going on there. But
Yeah.
Yeah,
I like
you
to keep my vibe at high vibe.
yeah,
I wasn't that sure about the show either because they said, "Oh, it will be the big show in Netflix history." I was like, "What the fuck? It's like a South Korean show."
yeah.
But it surpassed The Witcher, and it is now the most watched show in Netflix history.
Yeah, I saw that. I saw it.
Oh.
Yeah,
Fascinating. Yeah.
111 million streams or something like that.
yeah. I'm definitely. I mean, I'm in.
Mhm.
I'm in. The first episodes, I'm definitely in.
It's nice. And
Yeah.
imagine the director of the show proposed first proposed the show back in like 2008 or 2009, and most of the big companies like HBO, Netflix, and Prime or whatever rejected him because they wouldn't think the show would sell. And
Yeah.
now after 10 years or whatever, it's the biggest show in Netflix history.
There you
Never.
go.
Yeah.
It sounds kind of like that Mockingjay,
Hunger Games.
Hunger Games. Yeah.
Sounds kind of
Hunger Games is a
Yeah,
straight
kind-
rip off
kind
of
of,
Battle
kind of.
Royale. I mean,
Right.
Battle Royale was the original Hunger Games, and Hunger Games is just copied it. I mean, pretty much copied it.
Yeah.
You know, if you ever see Battle Royale,
Have
But
you
yeah.
watched?
We saw it at a comic book convention in early 2000. No, late 90s.
Yeah, maybe late 90s. Yeah, when we watched Battle Royale, and it was we saw it. Yeah, we saw it in the movie room.
Yeah, very late night. Very late night.
Yeah, and it was good. I own a copy of it somewhere. And then Hunger Games came out, and I was like, "This is fucking Battle Royale." And I was like, "Oh, the Hunger Games, the book is unbelievable." I was like, "No, it's not. It's Battle Royale." This girl saw Battle Royale, wrote a book in English about it, and everyone was like, "Oh my god, you're brilliant!" And the guy who created Battle Royale is like,
Yeah, but-
"Fucking bitch." Speaking of fucking bitch, I started watching. Has anybody watched any of the history of swear words?
No, that's a show. It sounds awesome.
There's a show, History of Swear Words.
So it's the etymology of these words,
Yeah,
right?
it's hosted by Nicolas Cage.
Come on.
It's hosted by
Okay.
Nicolas Cage, but then they've got a variety of PhD, master's degree people who study the history of words,
Uh-huh.
and then a bunch of comedians like Sarah Silverman and stuff like that. Yeah, so, I mean, and so I've seen 4 episodes so far where they've done the history of the word fuck, shit, bitch, and dick. Those are the 4 that they've
Okay.
done. And
What is it
and-
on?
it's on Netflix now. I think
Netflix. Okay.
it's a Comedy Central show, but it's on Netflix now. And I think that there was something interesting that I found about each of those 4 words. And here it is.
Okay.
1,
All right.
the word dick.
Yeah.
Okay. The word
Yo,
dick.
guys, quickly, I need to interrupt you guys because I am running out of battery on my phone.
Oh,
Sure.
Krampus.
Ramsey
right,
was fantastic seeing
I
you.
will send you on Messenger the photos of the fairs I was talking about, and then my WhatsApp so you can contact me.
All right, I'll let you know.
Awesome, brother.
I'll let you know what I thought about Squid Game.
Yeah, appreciate you, man. Appreciate you. Thank you.
Hopefully, I will catch you guys next week as well.
Yes.
Hope so
Yes.
too.
So peace out, guys. Have a
Stay
great
well.
Be
Peace out,
be
Krampus.
safe,
Much
Krampus.
Ladies.
love. Cheers.
Bye, bro. Bye.
Think about the ladies from Adhawk.
The ladies.
Tell them Adhawk's coming. Coming for you.
Literally.
We're
Coming
Literally.
literally
Coming on you.
But so one interesting fact about 4 curse words. by
Okay.
BB number 1, the word dick.
Okay. Yes.
Today on American television, you are allowed to call someone a dick, but you cannot refer to your dick. So Patton Oswalt makes the observation that if you were trying to say that your penis was being an asshole by saying the phrase, "My dick is such a dick," on American television, it would be broadcast as, "My beep is such a dick."
That's fascinating.
Isn't that interesting? You could say, "My dick is such a dick," and it would be, "My beep is such a dick." That was
funny.
one.
So what
2,
you're saying is on the show they have comedians talk. They talk to comedians and their
they
response.
talk comedians, and then they have like 2 or 3. Sometimes they have guest entomologists and talking about the history of words and language in general and all that. The word bitch existed for about 400 years, where it only referred to a female dog.
Right.
And that it was originally transferred over as a lewd woman. It did not mean anything as being mean or nasty. It was just basically a whore. Was the bitch. But here's what I found most interesting about the word bitch. Do you know when the word bitch was added to Merriam-Webster's dictionary as an offensive term?
1960.
Any guess, Adhawk? When was the word bitch?
1950.
Okay, the correct answer is 2016.
Whoa!
As offensive.
As an offensive term. As an offensive term.
Right.
It was not added until 2016.
That makes sense because they used to use it a lot in the 50s and the 60s.
Well, the thing is it's a word, but it was only added as an offensive word. Like
right.
the you know what I mean? Like it was slang from an existing.
Yeah, I think it's just weird. It's just weird that because most of the women that they interviewed said, if we're not using it about ourselves, if we're not saying, if a guy is calling us a bitch, then we find it offensive. And none of them could believe that, that it wasn't until 2016 that it got added as offensive. And then they played an old blues singer from the 30s, some woman singer, who had the filthiest fucking song I've ever heard.
Really?
It was unbelievable. Oh yeah, I mean, she was singing about.
She was the Missy Elliott of
the 30s. Yeah,
the Lil Kim. Kim.
Yeah,
that's it.
I mean,
that's what the kids talk about. The Little Kim.
Yeah, I mean, she was all
or the
"You suck my pussy, I suck your dick all night long."
Ooh, she was.
It's always there.
Yeah, I mean, she was singing it.
Wow.
Even like Sarah Silverman was listening, and she's like, "When was this song from? This is unbelievable."
It's awesome.
Sarah Silverman's hilarious too because she's so open to that.
Oh yeah, she's wonderful.
She's hilarious.
Her TV show was amazing. But she has a podcast for a while.
Oh yeah.
Too.
Yeah. Shit, there wasn't too much super interesting about that, except that it did not become a term that was not acceptable to people until the 1900s.
Bitch?
The word shit. The word shit was, for most of its existence, just a thing that people say, "I'm gonna go take a shit," and no one cared if kids said it, or you could say it in public. You could say
it's a shite.
You could say it in church. You could say wherever you wanted to. It was just, "I'm gonna go take a shit." Excuse me, Father. I gotta go take a shit. I
must defecate. I must shit.
Yeah. That the original.
And he was like, "Well,
always
lad, if you take a shit, make sure you leave a shit.
Right?
Take a shit, and leave a shit."
Yep. Before shit was a profanity word, the profane version of shit was the word
dung.
Bespeckle.
Bespeckle?
Bespeckle.
Oh my god.
Bespeckle. Gotta
bespeckle,
bring bespeckle back.
which translates into spray with shit.
Oh
No,
yeah,
that's
Yeah.
gross.
Yeah,
it's a shit spray.
yeah, it's a shit
Speckle
spray.
means that's a like whoa.
Shit splatter.
At what point did somebody feel like that's happening so often? We must create a word for this.
Yeah,
They bespeckled the toilet seat.
yeah, they bespeckled the toilet seat.
But to be on your flesh.
Flesh.
Pat Price just bespeckled my toilet seat.
Pat Price did bespeckle my toilet seat once.
Why get it?
I just had to say a name because
Making up names
fictional
is funny.
name. Yeah,
it's a funny
yeah.
name to make up.
Yeah, the Price is right. Yeah.
Yeah.
That
Pat
Price is
Sajak.
Price is wrong.
The Price is wrong.
Speaking of Pat Sajak, we watched. There is a Halloween special by the Muppets on Disney. It's the Muppets in the Haunted Mansion. Funny. It's good. It's good. And Pat Sajak is one of the ghosts in it. There's there's like a nice little host of cameos.
That
as
was
the
great
Muppet
whenever
movie.
Adam Sandler kicked his ass on that golf course. Oh, that wasn't Pat Sajak. That was
That was Bob
Barker.
Bob
Bob
Barker.
Barker.
Yeah, that's right. The
But I mean,
Price
I
is
thought
wrong.
Pat Sajak was dead. Like that's the Wheel of Fortune guy, right?
Yeah.
That's Wheel of Fortune.
Yeah.
Yeah, Alex Trebek.
Man, I hope he got to enjoy his money, man. I just, can you imagine the amount of bank he had? But he was on TV like every
Who?
day. It seems like
Alex Trebek.
all those guys.
I hope they got paid for that because that's
They were on
that's a
show.
hell
They
of a
were
gig.
like literally every 5 days a week, right?
Yeah, like going
Yeah.
to an office.
Yeah.
Being belittled.
Except that they could film 4 or 5 shows in a day.
Right.
Good.
And then have the rest of the day off, you're thinking?
Well,
Have
no,
the,
I
yeah,
don't
have to
think
take a
there's-
couple
The rest of the
weeks.
week, I mean.
Yeah, a couple
like,
months
do your
off.
fucking work. Yeah, do your work. You still work Monday through Friday,
That's true.
but you film 20 episodes a week, something like that, and then you get your
Summer
months,
off.
two months
Yeah.
off. Probably
Yeah,
2 months usually.
you work for
For
10
TV.
weeks. You work for 10 weeks. 10 weeks to get 200 episodes.
It all goes into post production, and you go on vacation.
All right, 200 episodes is going to be good for a year, right? Almost, right?
Oh yeah.
40 weeks. It'll be good for 40 weeks.
Wow. I don't think it really worked quite like that efficiently, but
It would if I was running the show.
There you
could've.
go.
Yeah, it
There
certainly
is.
could.
Yeah, I'd
Awesome.
say, hey, yeah, let's work for 2.5 months. Boom, work for 2.5 months, get 10 months worth of shows done.
Woo-wee.
Go home.
Go home.
And sign all this paperwork.
BB, I got a comment on your wizard beard today.
Yes.
Is like very it's looking good, man. It's looking like
Zangief.
like the fire, the like one of the like Baldar.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. It's
Yeah,
good.
it's very it's like it's kind of like that. What was that? What was oh my gosh, I forgot about this movie. The movie where there's the fire god and then
that's Munchausen.
The Adventures of Baron von Munchausen. Yeah, the guy that was
Don't know
down
who
there.
this is.
Hey.
Wild Missing Shot.
Okay, carpets. We're talking about pubic hair now.
Hey,
Of course,
Pubic hairs and eyebrows, people.
of course they do. You don't think I dyed my pubic hair gray, did you?
Well, it's fashionable.
It's fashionable. It's fashionable. You know how it is.
The funny thing about pubic hair is since it arrives later, it dies later, I suppose.
Yeah, it changes later.
I think so. I would
Sure.
think so.
Unless you're
So I got a couple grays, but I ain't got a couple grays.
No.
But every night I have a couple grays that visit me and beam me up to the ship, and they have their way. They have their way.
Yep. Good old Wild Missing Shot.
Thank you.
where you from? Wild
Missing
Missing
Shot.
Shot.
Where are you
kind of
from?
name
Is,
is it?
is that a Joker there?
Oh no, it looks like
No.
a. Oh, okay.
Ah,
You cut your leg? Cut? Is it on the leg?
he's not
or
a cutter.
you-
No, it's Philly. It's a scrotum shave. It's right
Philly.
in the
That's the,
scrotum.
we're,
Chest.
we're on the opposite side of the state. Same state.
Mhm.
We're in the
Yeah, we're
Berg.
PA.
We're in the P-Berg.
Your
P
arch,
Burgundy.
the arch nemesis if you're into sports.
Right. Steelers. Gay
Good
Steelers.
old PA.
Go out there, PA. There. Go Steelers. Gay Steelers. Eagles.
Steelers and
Eagles.
the Eagles.
Eagles.
They teamed up in the 40s during World War II.
Yes, they did to vanquish. I think it was the Red Skull.
Yeah, there weren't enough players to man both teams, so the Pittsburgh team and the Philly team joined together to play professional ball under the name.
For the. Oh, what was it?
Their name? I'm not making this
The
up.
Steel Eagles.
Nope. Better than that.
What?
The Steagles.
Oh, come on.
Oh no!
It's like Steven Seagal.
It was better than that.
Condensed.
The monk literally got it right. It just they condensed it to
They
make it more
condensed it.
hilarious. You literally got it right though. Steel Eagles, and they said Steagles.
They said Steagles.
No,
Yeah.
no, that's
Yeah.
hilarious.
Yeah.
It's like Steven
And
Seagal.
what
you know.
sports team was this?
Joking on
Is it
Hockey?
NFL?
NFL
football.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, Flyers. You're a Flyers fan. Well,
Nice.
the Flyers and the Penguins have never gotten along. Not even a little bit.
Now, have you ever seen the movie Slapshot?
Oh, yeah. Slapshot.
Mm-hmm.
Have you ever seen the movie
That-
Slapshot? Wow.
yeah,
Wild
that
Missing
was-
Shot.
that was-
If you're a hockey fan, it's an old ass
It's a must.
movie, but it's a funny one.
It's a classic.
Slapshot is
Correct the movie.
hey,
It's a
good
classic.
for you. Good for you to recognize that.
That was filmed in the town that we all grew up in. We don't
Yeah.
live there anymore, but that was the town that we grew up in.
about an hour and
It
20
was
minutes
filmed
northeast of Pittsburgh.
Yes, indeed. How about
I don't
that?
think it's Northeast.
Hard nipples, hard as tiny pebbles. What's the quote?
Yep. Hard nipples, hard as little rocks.
There,
Little
little
rocks.
rocks. Less poetic.
Yeah.
Nipples, pebbles sound more like it.
Could have been Pebbles.
Should have been pebbles.
But then
Pebbles,
Pebbles
nipples.
makes you think of the Flintstones, and then
Right. Or who's the actor with the last name of Pebbles? Peebles?
Mario Van.
Nina.
Mario Van Peebles.
Mario Van
Nina
Peebles.
Peebles.
Star of Jaws 4. Star,
What? They made a Jaws 4
They made Jaws 4, yeah.
about nipples.
They started Mario Van Peebles.
Mario Van Peebles. He was also in New Jack City or was that Colors? All of
I
those.
don't think so. I don't know about those ones.
Maybe.
That's a
Pull it
he
up, BB.
Was he in
Pull it up, BB.
was he
Wait, hold up. Wild Missing Shot. Before we lose you, tell us your biggest heartbreak story.
Oh, we're going Heartbreak
Oh.
Ridge. Watching the movie
Ooh.
All the
Heartbreak Ridge
brokenhearted.
with Clint Eastwood.
Heartbreak
title of
Ridge,
this
right? Yeah, he
episode-
was in that, right?
To all the brokenhearted
Was
out
Mario
there,
Van Peebles in Heartbreak Ridge, right?
Heartbreak
Why not?
Ridge.
Wasn't he?
If he was, my mind would be blown. Tonight's episode is about heartbreak, by the way.
Or
Um,
Mario Van Peebles. We're not quite sure.
Samesies. Samesies.
They got the equal amounts of mentions during this
That's it.
last 5
That's it.
minutes.
Mario, my heart is broken into tiny little Van Peebles.
Ah! That was good. That was good.
Thanks.
So
What's
just
a black
so-
man doing with the name Mario?
Just so everyone knows,
I don't know.
I wonder. I don't know. You should have been in a cartoon.
Heartbreak
Taking a
Ridge,
pizza.
Heartbreak
Was he in
Ridge, Heartbreak Ridge, Corporal Stitch Jones, played by Mario Van Peebles.
Oh,
Porn
whammy.
film.
The big room, drinks,
Wow.
and those things. It's what
We
do.
drink.
That's what we do.
and we know things. That is synchronicity. Holy Van Peebles.
Holy Van Peebles. He did a great song on in Heartbreak Ridge too.
He sang?
Yeah, he sang on he sang a song in the
Man.
bar. That's because he was Stitch Jones. He was playing guitar and
that's what black humans do in America. That's But I think I saw Heartbreak Ridge in the movies theaters. Actually,
did you? 1986.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wonder why.
86?
86.
Because our father, after we would go
Carl
have
was
dinner.
like, "Hey, it's the only thing."
Look, if I got to hang out with you, I got to get something out of it. Let's go to it.
If I'm going to hang out with you, I'd better include 2 hours of silence watching something.
2 hours of silence, that's watching shit.
K-Rock,
But the matinee, because same movie, different price.
Different price bullshit.
Have some popcorn and shut up.
Hey, shut up for 10 minutes, you 13-year-old punk.
Jesus. I got some chicken
weird.
Gosh.
Whenever we type something in the comment section, that it pops up 3 times.
I mean, that's because it's one for each channel.
Hand of K-Rock, everybody.
Okay. Hey, Hand of K-Rock, drink it up. Drink them if you got them, Johnny. Drink them up.
Ah.
All right, I need a little refill. I need a little refill to get me through the next 20 minutes.
Well, it's only 4 minutes.
Uh-huh. I'm going to have to do that as well. Little bugger. Mario Van Peebles was in Heartbreak Ridge.
Yeah,
how did that name get brought up again?
Because we're talking about Pebbles.
Oh, yes. Oh, funny. Nipples, hardest little pebbles.
Because right now, Mario Van Peebles is in pre-production on his next movie, Outlaw Posse.
Awesome.
And this year he's in a TV movie, Salt and Pepper.
Called Posse Outlaw.
Salt and Pepper. He plays the pastor.
So, oh dear God. So both, by the way, the terminology of posse is very 80s hip hop. And then the other one is Salt and Pepper, which was a hip hop act from the late 80s, mid 80s as well. All right, Mario. Stuck in a mosh.
Keeping it real.
What is it stuck?
Keeping it real old. Hold on, I'll be right back.
Know your genre.
Yeah, you gotta know where your wheelhouse is, man.
No, yeah. You gotta know your audience. It's like, hey, people that are into this shit, they're still into it. And there are people that live in the 80s. Like, they're still like, 80s was the best era. I don't care what anybody says. They're still out there.
Oh, yeah.
There's people that feel that way about the 90s.
That's part of the reason. Part of the reason Stranger Things is so popular. Because it's set in the 80s. It's got a lot of callbacks to things like Ghostbusters and Back to the Future and stuff like that people think.
True.
But I mean, it's a good show regardless of what it's set, but that definitely
is it though? I watched the first episode and I was like,
it's good. Yeah, it's good. It's worth it.
Judy Tenuta.
Hey, we know this person.
We know you. Hello there.
Hey, hello.
Wait, why didn't you call us pigs?
She said gentlemen. It's one or the other.
No. You can still add pigs at the end. Say hi, pigs.
Say hi, pigs. That's what it was. Yeah.
Anyway, you call us pigs or I just feel too clean. I feel like we're not doing our job as men.
All right. Got to filthy bucket up some.
Yeah. We're trying to be dirty. We don't even have to try, actually.
So you know what's weird is that apparently Samuel L. Jackson, Mario Van Peebles,
we got a little pig icon. Okay, we will accept that. That is acceptable. Thank you, JT, and that's Judy Tenuta. T, we just got the. Can you put a S after the? Put a little squiggly tail poop after the.
Hey, pigs.
By
Judy-
the way, that is a hilarious 8-bit pig. Like that thing is.
It has emotion in its eyes.
Yeah.
And that's either its fourth leg or its third leg. You know what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
By the way, everybody,
Yay, we got.
I love you, Judy. Everybody's had a very interesting week. Judy had a rough week. I'm not going to go into details, but everybody give love and support to our strong magic sister.
Hey, cheers him up, Judy. I
I
had a tough week. BB had a tough week in a different way. TK just cruised through his week. He's feeling good.
I'm TK.
The monk.
But she had
the monk.
Yeah. What are you gonna do?
I like that.
Much love, sister.
That's a nice 80s rainbow. Is that from West Virginia's for Lovers?
Is it West Virginia?
Sure, why not?
West Virginia's for. Wait, no, it's just Virginia.
She's
Virginia.
Ohio, by the way.
Virginia's for Lovers.
She's Ohio.
Ohio.
Virginia is.
Yeah, he was in Jaws the Revenge.
That's 4.
Mario
Is that the
Van
fourth
Peebles.
one?
Yeah, that's the fourth one.
Yeah, we're back to Mario Van Peebles.
Yeah.
Well, we lost Wild Missing Shot, but is there a way that we can kind of hunt that person down within?
Hunt down him?
Yeah, is there a way to like search
in
for
a battle
people
royale
Twitch?
kind of way?
Yeah,
I don't know. I mean,
well, you can see by the little icon there that he's from Twitch. So if you go on Twitch and do a shirt for wild_missing shot, it'll pull up his profile.
yeah, it's
From
it's
there, you can
interesting.
feed it into a couple of databases, most likely get his phone number and address.
The first comment was
And
Carpet
show up
Smash
on
the
his
Drakes
doorstep.
about your wizard beard.
Right.
Yeah.
Said
Baldar,
he
your
was
Baldar
actually-
beard.
Your Baldar.
Although
beard.
they
Baldar from the
Um,
volcano.
Yeah,
You're
they seem
definitely
like-
not Baldar down there.
No, they seemed like they were more interested in the carpet for some reason. So
Yeah, they were really.
Yeah, I'll
they
talk
did.
about some carpet.
it's a quick jump. That's a quick jump.
Beard bush.
Beard to
Yeah.
bush. Yeah.
I just want to
Yeah,
know, why
they're
do hairs turn gray? Has
fascinating
anybody
about
figured this
BB.
out?
Yeah, it's got something to do
Yeah.
with some kind of
Stupid
chemical or something.
pigments.
Yeah, it's a chemical in your body or something.
Why isn't this?
You know,
correctable?
the
Seems easily correctable. Chemicals.
you'd think so. Jafar could tell you the exact reason she studied this.
Yeah, we still have to use
The
freaking
green.
just for men if you don't want the distinguished look. 'cause
Yeah.
you're trying to pick up 21-year-olds
in Romania.
in Romania.
I have a feeling gray would go over in Romania. I think
think so,
gray.
too.
I think gray on an American would go
In
over
Romania?
big in Romania, yeah.
Yeah,
Well,
that'd
that's
be
good because I got
caretaker
a couple.
approach.
I got it right here
Yeah,
Right
encourage
there?
them.
and right there. Hey, yeah, like if I let this grow,
Well, good
it might end
balance.
up looking like
Nice.
it. Yeah,
Nice.
you can see the spots right there. I mean, it's new to this year. So
Mine
you
were
gonna
too
do?
sporadic. Mine were too sporadic. They're getting a little more even now, at least. When they were sporadic, I didn't like them. You know,
Right.
they're getting a little more even. Nothing like that's beautiful. Got going on there.
I gotta
It's
get
very
one of those.
Morticia.
I like the you got like the
Like a
curly
little
swoop
streak, yeah,
down
yeah,
on it.
yeah.
Yeah, it's like it all comes into
It's
there. and
pretty
comes
awesome.
Down. It's
Yeah.
Wizard beard.
With it
a good
there.
wizard beard. It is a good wizard beard.
Oh yeah, it's working. It's working. I'm trying to keep on harvesting.
Keep it
Yo,
hard.
work
Yeah,
your
keep going.
Wizard. Work
The
that wizard.
Wizard.
Hey everybody, we're down to the last.
Help me. Wizard.
Everyone out there in the globe,
You
Of
promised
Twitch.
me all
in return for my
my
sword arm, which I had
Hey,
no idea what he
cheers
said.
to the
I thought
hand
it
of
was
K Rock
Sodom.
and to the
I
drink
thought it
of
was
BB.
Sodom. I thought it was saying Sodom, like sodomy. But I was 7 and knew what the word sodomy meant. Hey, everybody, We are now in the last 15 minutes of this big room experience. You have already been transformed into the Joe Rogan of your choosing, into the motherfucking chorus. Welcome.
I would like to say that according to the title, which we haven't delved into too much, not too much in this episode. I want to say whatever you're going through out there, whether it is heartbreak related or otherwise, mystery box. That's a pint. That's a pint.
That's a big stein.
Nice. I don't know where she's getting these icons. They're cool. She got some like custom icons.
Cool sister.
Okay. So just remember, there's good and bad in everything. And whatever happens to you, it is the perspective that makes pretty much all the difference. I would have to say I'd probably say pretty much all the difference. So, you know, it doesn't make it easy, you know, but it's good to have good people to that you love and respect and to have that to bounce it off of. And if you don't have that, you can always bounce it off us in the big room. And we'll try to give you, we'll try to give you some different perspectives that are, you know, positive, because that's the difference. You know, and you guys helped me a lot today, man, because I ain't gonna lie, like it was painful. You know, it's painful. It's like I felt like I was losing a friend, you know, and then it's like, oh well, why do you have to lose a friend? Because you're the one pushing the friend away because of what? And it's like, okay, because of these infringements upon our terms of agreement. That's what it comes down to. And like, but do I have to fire that person from my life forever? You know, so it's this interesting thing.
Yeah, it's interesting perspective. It's been a very interesting day.
I mean, the lies, you know, if you analyze why lies are told, going to Cleveland to drink and see the Struts Monday. Nice. Make it better.
Way to do it. Way to turn it around, sister.
Right on. Right on. Struts are. I like that. That's
the first time I saw the Struts is because of Judy Tenuta. By the way, they were playing in the Berg. Yep, they were playing in the Berg, and she had they sold out. I was interested in going, but kind of like on the fence. And Dr. J from Black Cat Moan had seen them when they were.
Is that them?
No, that's different. That's the Strokes.
The Strokes. Oh, okay.
Right. But
I like the Strokes.
They are. I like the Strokes as well. Yeah. So Tenuta had a ticket, and so I was able to go and check it out. That everyone was telling me like he's a front man. Like
I remember when you went to
Luke Spiller. Yeah, he is an amazing frontman. Yeah, I mean he was. I saw a bunch of very familiar moves that he was, you know, inspired by. There was a lot of Mick, of course, who I just got to see last Monday in person. There was some Michael Jackson. There was some Prince. There definitely was Queen, very much Queen in his regalia. He has a bit of his flair. But nevertheless, he was an amazing embodiment showman of how to be a frontman. And it was a great study, and it helped me go further.
You definitely got some power. You know, you got some moves of your own without drawing on the power moves of the classics.
Right.
Monk.
But you know, watching people do things that you know is inside of you gives you the ability to be free without fear. And that's a lot of what our conversation tonight was about as well. Like living in fear. Yeah, we had a great time. We did have a great time. I actually got good photos of that. But we're talking about living in fear. Fear of what somebody is doing, isn't doing. You know, lack of trust is fear. All of that, you know, just that mindset. How much time do you spend outside of your now because you're not in the happiness of what's happening in the world, but you're projecting the unknown, doing too much math outside of the box instead of being,
Too much math.
the end result. Outside, you're locked in a theory of the end result instead of being in the end result that have been calculated in the past. So if you have a very happy now, every math equation that you're putting into after that is going to have a happy result.
Okay.
Is that too much? Is that too much out of the box?
I need to rewind that. And
Anyway.
listen to that. I think.
Yeah, I need to.
But I want
probably
to ask a
drink more
question
water.
to you guys. Why is it so important not to be lied to, even if it's little lies?
Tell
Why
me
do-
lies,
why do-
tell me sweet little lies.
Okay, so somebody wants sweet little lies. Other people don't, right? Red pill,
Yeah,
blue pill. Is it a choice?
And there it
is
is.
the choice, right? It's the red pill, blue pill
It
choice,
is the
right?
choice.
It's not so much the lies thing as the honesty and where are you? What are you? Whether it's friendship, relationship, whatever it is, an understanding, an agreement between two or more individuals that understand this is what we are. This is what I am to you. This is what I expect you to be to me. And then once everyone's clear on that, then the lying becomes an issue because if betrayal is a bad word, no matter how you look at it. That's the thing. And just because someone might be fucking somebody else on you doesn't make it a betrayal if that's the understanding that is there on both sides. That's fine then. But the point being that if one person's believing, okay, hey, we're going to be forthright with each other, and then the other person is not, that's a betrayal.
But even if it's like, okay, I understand that you're going to be fucking someone else, but you need to let me know when you're fucking someone else so that I can take proper precautions to protect myself.
Well, yeah.
Against venereal diseases or whatever the case may be.
Yeah.
And at that point, it's not cheating. It's just not a monogamous relationship. Ew. Yeah.
Yeah, no, you're 100% right. I mean, that's what it is.
But, okay, but still, the point of is like a lie is a lie, whether it's a small lie or a big lie. And when you start telling lies, you don't have a solid foundation of trust to understand what that person, if they're going to lie to you about other stuff, I think is the problem. Right. That's my perspective. It's like, if you're lying about this, like, how can I believe you on anything else?
If you don't have honor.
Yeah, no, and there's
Honesty,
different.
honor.
The thing is that there's different, there's different layers of lying. I mean, there's different.
Yeah, most lies are told to protect other people's feelings.
Yeah,
but listen, there's a difference between lying and sharing information.
Right, and there's a difference
and depending on what relationship you have somebody, this is the inner circle, middle circle, outer circle of information. Trust is earned. What was that?
Quality.
Yeah. So I think that's. I guess I was jumping ahead to what I thought you were getting to, BB, is, lying is how much information you're sharing with somebody about the relationship you've agreed upon sharing with each other.
Yeah, and there's a difference between lying and exaggerating. Some people think exaggerating is lying, but 50% of a good story is essentially a lie because
Right.
Yeah.
Storytelling. Right.
Yeah, because you take some of that story.
Entertainment value.
Yeah, which is totally different. But when it comes to stuff like that, and I think that this actually touches base on what we've talked about in past shows, in that it's that on the inside, there's that feeling, there's that voice inside everyone's heart, soul, or brain, or whatever you want to call it, that says, like, when she's lying to you and telling you that she's at her dad's, there's some part inside of her going, I shouldn't be doing that. I shouldn't be doing this. Oh man, this is wrong. I feel like this is wrong. Because I don't want to tell them that.
Right.
Let me, and so, but they know it. You know it. when you're telling a lie that's wrong, that's a bad lie. People
But
know.
bros, but okay, so there's that, but then there's like, I'll be there in 20 minutes. Okay, but don't come
until you call me. Yeah.
Until you call me. I'm like, I'm on my way. Then I get another lie that says 6 minutes because I'm walking the dog. And I'm like, you never mentioned that your dad is a dog. Oh, it's not my dad's dog. It's my neighbor's dog. Like, what the fuck's going on there?
21.
And then 6 minutes later, she's walking down the street. And then I call her out and it's like, oh, well, I was at somebody else's house overnight.
21, dude. It's 21. That's 21. 21 is a couple of years removed from,
dumb
sister sneaking out of a house going, I'm going to my friend's house. You tell them you're coming to my house. I'll tell them we're going to your house. No one will know because nobody's going to talk to me. Then we'll go there. Then we'll say, oh, I wasn't. We were just driving, It's there's a lack of reasoning that's not yet developed yet at that point.
God
as
damn.
As to how to, because
how the world actually works and other people aren't that dumb.
Okay,
how the world works and how's it?
No. So there actually is medical testing that has been working. They've been working on it for the last decade or so. That show since they've been mapping the brain and the electrical impulses connecting this, that, and that. As with every age, there's more connectivity synapses to different lobes and sections of the brain. And one thing that they've come to a very clear knowledge about is that around the age of 21, the part of the brain that starts to get accessed is the repercussions. So when there is an immortality. No, it's true. Even my buddy Duncan, like he's right. It's true. So before the age of 21, there is an immortality. You feel immortal. Like nothing can go wrong. Like I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna do that. And
I'm gonna get away with it. I'm gonna survive. It's gonna happen for me.
What can go wrong? You don't actually. There's a part of your brain actually that doesn't connect to the math of repercussions, and it might be the math of other people being connected to you in a stream of events. It's like chess. You can't see the chess game of your following your moment of whatever the chemicals are telling you to fuck, drink, do, whatever. You don't have repercussions. And so jump off of, go to war, like a lot of this. That's why at the age of 18,
that's so old.
And around the age of 18 too, you are so in the fuck fight mentality of the lizard brain that is a perfect age to recruit somebody into the military, right? And then at 4 years, and you do how long of a tour do you do?
4 years.
What's the math on that?
Yeah, 22.
Right. So right as you are like starting to see the ramifications of your actions, it's like it's time for you to get out of the military.
Yeah, and then it should be a 3-year term because at 22 they all leave all fucked up because the last year's
they're already dead.
I was good until 21.
Or not, and then you can write them off, into insane asylums and not give them their pension.
Right.
All this bullshit, or kick them out of the military for, what do they call it? Whatever.
Well, thank you everybody for joining us, and thank you guys for having the conversation. We talk about things that are real that are happening to us, and we're always open to your thoughts and conversations as well. So we're here for you every Wednesday.
We're here for you. And it reminds me of the one thing that we always say every week, and that's the one PowerPoint. That was the cue.
Wizard man!
What?
Coming from the Romanian desert.
No.
River.
Well, all right.
All right. Welcome to Big Room After Dark.
You know what? I just
Dark.
thought I'm gonna try and go in and change that slide at the end so that it says
Which one's that?
so it says welcome to having me the Big Room After Dark. You know,
Well, I think we should create an overlay
Nice.
so that we can just pop it in. That way, you don't have to-
yeah.
Yeah, you don't have to change this slide.
What's the video?
No, don't change the video. You don't need to create a new video. We can just create like a title screen, like an overlay screen, like the Wizard Beard. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like just that title screen that you pop on after the video. But anyway, the point is that so what we were talking about is definitely cool, and man, I still want to thank you guys for that. And one of the things I want to say about this is that, man, I really got a new perspective, and I feel a lot better. Of course, talking about all three of you guys' perspectives, it was really cool. BB's, yours was like right in between the monks and like and St. Pittsburgh, who popped up in this one, which is cool because I got his perspective. It was in that title sequence, right? And man, when we hang up here, I'm definitely going to and I said hang up because that's
That's how old we are.
That's how old we are. Nobody says that anymore. When we end the broadcast, when we I don't know what they even say anymore. What do the kids say when they end up chat? But who knows?
When we close shop, that's what the kids say. Close shop.
Close shop.
But I can't. I'm seriously. I think I'm going to see Krampus, and if I can,
I think it'd be wonderful. Yeah.
If I can swing it through some London town, through.
Oh well, there's a
both our
possibility
mates.
of routing into Manchester. He's been.
Who is it? Rev. Yeah, right.
The Rev in Manchester. He has not been on. I don't know if he shut down his Facebook for a while, but there's been no response for him for about 10 days.
On the Messenger.
He's still active periodically, but he's not checking.
Man, I'll tell you, I would love to go represent.
He did share some music with
visit
not long
both
ago,
those
though.
cats.
Yeah.
Like I'm gonna try to price this out and match.
I'd love to be with you with that.
Yeah, well, of course,
Yeah.
I have to be a Wednesday to a Wednesday, right? So I could do a Wednesday in
Right.
Manchester.
Double up.
Right.
Oh man, would that be cool, right?
boy,
And a
that would
Wednesday in
be
Romania.
something good.
I got 10 days,
Wow.
Give me
Wow.
10
There
days.
you go.
So it's definitely possible, man. It's like, it's definitely possible. I just I'll map it out and then just start crushing money, just start saving up money to do it.
Right.
Yeah, because that's what's up, That's like, that would be
That's
awesome.
what's up.
That would be excellent.
That would be awesome. That would
It
be,
would be
so
really
awesome.
It needs to happen.
that'd be
this
really
year.
hip as
It's
hell, man. That'd be
perfect for
cool.
2021 and
Yeah.
for the scenario and for the circumstances, man. And for Krampus to step up like that at his young ass age.
He's
and-
fearless with it. He's
Oh,
Bro,
yeah,
and then
yeah.
the
impressive
advice
young
that he
ass.
gave me was like, at your age, you need to not be worried about that poly shit. You need the mono shit. He's like, I mean, I don't know. He's an interesting character.
That's a
Great.
that's
Mhm.
a perspective. Yeah, I don't think it matters what age you are, whether it's poly or mono or whatever it is.
I just think you just need
It's
to be
just what you're
you.
looking for. It's all depends on what you're looking for. Yeah, that's what it is.
Mhm.
That's all it is. Because it's not.
You complete me.
Yeah, yeah.
You
I
align
can
with me.
exist.
Just something to align with.
I can exist without you. Can
Man,
exist
I'll
without
tell
me.
you, like the thing is that always that, and I've had this conversation with Slay, was that it was like I never understood on paper like monogamy in the fact that like it limits you and says you can only love one other person when clearly
Right.
we're capable of loving multiple people. But when that love includes sexual relationships, all of a sudden it's completely taboo. And this is societal, stemming back for how long, but obviously tied to some type of religious beliefs, depending on what you were inaugurated in, what you were indoctrinated in to believe. So my thing was like on paper, I totally get the idea of being polyamorous with other people and saying, look, this person is into this stuff. This person's into this stuff. I'm into both of them. Why can't I hang out with both of them? And if we're hanging out, you know, and we're physically attracted to each other, why can't we play that way? And it's like, no, you can hang out, but you can't, but you can only, you could, if it's physical, you have to choose.
That was such a great sequence of hand gestures, and you can hang out. That was classic, dude.
But it's
That's
true, right? You
thing.
get it. Like
that's how your brain reacts to it, man.
that's what it
You feel
is.
that.
Yeah. And it's just like, so it's like, why? So I want to understand it, but she's living it, and I'm programmed not to live that. And I have more years of programming to not accept that as a possible reality. And so my mind struggles against it.
Right.
But let's not lie to each other, right? So I was like, can I deal with this? But don't lie to me and tell me that you're, if I want to know you're like, but Nissan was like, do you really want to know if she's safe, or are you just really checking up on her? And I'm like, fuck, I don't really know. If I'm being honest with myself, it's probably both. So he's like, there you go. So St. Pittsburgh.
I don't think it
St.
matters.
Pittsburgh.
I mean, there doesn't need to be a reason as to why you want to know, or why are you checking up on her? Are you checking up on her because she's safe, or it doesn't matter. It's irrelevant. The point is, if you've both decided that this is the relationship you're going to have, then just be honest about it. You know what I mean? But I think that's where the issue's coming in this particular case, because I don't think that,
Because I didn't have a chance to decide. She decided for me.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah, it didn't seem like there was any kind of agreement between you and her to say, "Hey, we're going to do this as a polyamorous type thing," and she was like, "I'm going to do this as a polyamorous type thing," but I don't know if Adhawk's comfortable with that. So because of that, I'm going to lie to him because I don't want him to be hurt. So I do like
Going to
him.
remove information for him because it's going to set him off.
Yeah,
in a
I'm
weird
not going to
direction.
give up.
Probably not wrong, honestly. Like, I don't know. I thought about it a lot last night. I was like, do I really want the red pill in this situation? Like, what's better? And it's so it was odd.
Well, you clearly do want the red pill, though, because if you didn't, then this wouldn't be an issue.
Right.
You'd be like, oh, thanks for trying to lie to me. I don't want that information. You're right. I don't want it. So you do. You want the red pill. You want the truth. You just have to accept that. Are you comfortable with that truth? Is
right. And if it hurts me, but I have to be the one to decide if I'm going to walk away based on truth, not based on lies.
On the information, all the information instead of.
Right. Yeah. The true information as we perceive it, not because you're trying to protect me from something. It's just not
There's no, there's no sense in anyone being in any kind of relationship, whether it's friend or otherwise, that does not somehow better both individuals. You know,
Right.
if you're
Correct.
if you're in a relationship that in some
Otherwise,
way,
it's parasitic.
yeah,
Yeah.
that in some ways either damaging you
Needy.
or the other person, even if you're perfectly happy, if it's damaging the other person, there's no sense in either of you being in that relationship. A relationship, regardless of what kind it is, other than enemy, needs to benefit both sides.
Which is a relationship. You're correct.
Yeah.
One that BB embraces from time to time.
Mhm.
You're okay with it. He's okay with it. He understands the duality of the nature of the universe and the yin and the yang of that dark and light.
Yeah. But yeah,
can't have one without the other. I mean, honestly, if we're going to be truthful with ourselves,
It's the same thing.
Yeah.
So that's just
It's the same thing. You can have temperature. Of the
that's
same
just for you to determine.
I like what you're saying, BB.
Yeah, is this relationship with Slay
I'm listening.
beneficial to you? Is it bettering you? Are you happy with it, regardless of what she does? And is she being hurt? Are you hurting her? If the answer to both of those is, yeah, no, we're good. She's not being hurt. I'm not hurting her. She's making me happy in some fashion. Then go with it. Just to say, hey, let's just be honest with each other. Don't tell me you're at your dad's if you're fucking Brandon. Just go, oh, yeah, I was at Brandon's house last night. And even if you don't want the details as to, so what did you and Brandon do? You don't need that.
Right.
Yeah, you don't need that. Maybe you do. Maybe you want that. Maybe the next time the two of you are hanging out.
Maybe it works for you.
Maybe it works for you.
Right.
Yeah.
It wouldn't, to be completely candor, whatever. There's a word there that I can't come up with, but candid is the word. I just came up with it. So, yeah, but 100% BB, that's it, man. And that's why I'm trying to. But now the monk, you said like these repercussions. I mean, yeah, I don't know if she'll grow out of this or not. And it's just like, are you a compulsive liar or what's going on? Like, that's the problem I have with this is like, I don't know if you're going to lie about everything with me, because you're like, well, that's the thing. Like when when somebody lies to you, you just
trust
everything else. Yeah. Everything else is like, you could have lied like about anything.
Again, the issue here is that the base wasn't stable to begin with. There was a difference of understanding as to she in her head at her age and whatever connection she's made in her head, she was doing this to not hurt you. In her head, I like hanging around with
wait, but also from a selfish perspective to keep all the things in play that she wants.
Yeah, 100%.
Which includes me. But it's like I don't want to lose him, but I don't want to lose him or him or him or him.
Right. Yep. Yeah. So, but if you guys had that base, I don't know if she would have lied. That's what I'm saying. If the understanding would have been there from the start, if there would have been an understanding as to, hey, I am okay with you being with these other men. I'm fine. I'm fine with that. I want you to know, I'm okay with that. If you were okay with that, if you weren't okay with that, you'd say, I'm not okay with that, and now I have to go. But there was never an agreement on either side. There was a in her head.
It was discussed, but it wasn't agreed.
Yeah, it wasn't agreed. No, yeah, there's a big difference between. It's one of the 4 precepts of my company's collaborative velocity concept. Alignment, not agreement. You guys can talk about things. You don't need to necessarily agree, but everyone's got to get aligned on what's happening here.
Point.
You can agree. You can agree. You can agree. It's not necessary for you and her to agree of, I don't want you to be with other guys. You guys don't need to agree on that, but you need to align on whether she's going to be with other guys or not. You could say, I'm not encouraging you to be with other guys. I don't like when you're with other guys. I wish you weren't with other guys. I wish you didn't need to be with other guys or want to be with other guys. And she could say, I understand that. I'm going to be with other guys. And then the key is, do you guys align on that or not? Do you guys align on the fact that, okay, she's going to be with other guys? I'm not thrilled about that, but I'm aligned on it. In other words, I'm accepting this.
Man, so I'm a 3 strikes type of dude, and
That's
I
a
already
business
told her this.
model.
But no,
Yeah,
that's it. But we had that conversation. I said, I already went through that 3 weeks ago, and then I said, that's fine, but you need to be honest with me and let me decide. And then she didn't let me decide. And then she, and that's the problem. So
when you say let me decide, what does that mean? Let you decide what?
I gotta let you guys talk this out. I gotta say, I gotta shut down the monkdom. I got it tomorrow, and my day. Yeah. I got a really cool tomorrow, but it starts early.
All right, cool.
Much love, guys. Keep doing this. We BB and Adhawk, we did a bunch of this afternoon.
I talked to them for an hour earlier,
and I love that it's happening. And
I love that different perspective.
But you need this. Yeah, you need this. All right, much love. Thank you, Big Room.
Be safe.
Thank you, my eldest friends of my entire life. All right.
Good night, bro. Good seeing you.
Good night. I will.
So. Yeah, the thing is, what I'm talking about, BB, is that the thing is, what I'm talking about is that 3 weeks ago, it was the first time I discovered that she wasn't being, like she was just lying to me about me being the only guy in her life and leading me on to believe that we were in a semi-monogamous relationship, but that she was open to seeing other girls. And then I found out that there's literally 30 guys that are in her chat, in her message box.
Right.
And then she's telling me, well, she's only really with one of them, and it's not really one of them. It's like more than that. There's at least 2 in Pittsburgh and 1 in Philly. And so we're up to a handful. So I'm like, all right, well, at what point are you going to start being honest with me, right? And let me decide if I'm okay with your reality.
Yeah, that's the key. Yeah,
that's the key.
Right,
that's the fucking key.
Yeah, you don't get to decide what she does.
But
you just decide if you're okay with it or not.
To me, it's about reality and perception, and I need to understand the reality and the floor, the foundation that's below my feet is what it is. And when she's telling me one thing, so I was like, so the conversation that happened 3 weeks ago was, do you love me? I love you. Okay. Hours go by. Do you love me? I do love you. Hours go by. Do you love me? Why do you keep asking me, do you love me? Because this isn't feeling like love if you're going to be dishonest with me, and you're not being honest with me about what we are. And no, I'm not with anybody. No, looking me straight in the eyes, I'm not with anybody else. Okay, if you're not going to tell me, then I'm going to tell you that I looked in your phone and I know you're having conversations with literally 30 other guys. Literally 30 other guys. So, this isn't just, so there's a lot of lies going on. So the conversation was, from that point, was I've known about this for days. I've tried to process it and understand that you're polyamorous and this is perfectly normal for you, but you know that I'm from a monogamous upbringing.
Right.
And whether you're trying to protect me from myself or trying to hold on to what we have, whatever the case may be, it's not okay with me. I would prefer honesty. I brought up the red pill, blue pill, and let her know. And it's just like, I would rather take you to that person's place and drop you off for the evening or whatever the case may be, and know that you got home safe, rather than wonder if you're because you're not being safe, you know what I mean? And part of that, so that was where I was coming from. And basically I made the decision to say, look, I'd rather have you in my life. And exactly what you said, I would prefer monogamy, but if that's not going to be the case, and clearly it's not, because you're very ready to lie to me about it. You just lied to me like straight to my face, but now I have to question everything else. So it's a problem. So can we move forward understanding that now we're in a polyamorous relationship, which makes sense to me on paper, but I've never actualized. I've never lived that. So it's going to be rough on me. It's going to take some time. But if you can be honest with me about where you're at, so I know who you're with and when, then I can make a better determination on what precautions I need to take before we engage in any physical contact.
Yeah.
Okay. So that's that. And the reality is that, so then, fast forward a few weeks and it's like, I'm going to Philly and just seeing friends. And it's like, no, you're not. I've seen who you're going to go see, and I know, and you're lying to me. And then this thing with like, oh, do you want to get together? And no, I don't, because you're sick. So why don't you just go to your dad's, and like, we'll hang out tomorrow and we'll both try to get better,
Yeah.
And like, we were even trying to go out to my brother's place. He was like, yeah, if you're both not ill and you're going to bring, a plague into the village, then fine. So I thought she was home recovering. Instead, she drank a bottle of wine and called up somebody else, and then spent the entire night with him, and then lies to me that she's at her father's.
Right.
She wasn't. And then I caught her in that. And then she's continued to be like, I'll be right down. I had to walk the dog for 6 minutes. Well, really, she was like fucking walking from the dude's place, which was probably 15 minutes away or whatever the case would be. That's the part that really is like, what the fuck? Like, I don't know.
Yeah. I think that, like I said, 21. I think he nailed part of it as well there, that, there's a sense in that entire 16 to 21, early 20s. That,
I mean, I was there. I vaguely remember it, but goddamn, bro.
You get away with anything.
Yeah, we're ready to do all kind of crazy shit. And we did, Definitely did. I mean, I unfortunately, I was like that till, or fortunately or unfortunately, whatever the case may be, I was like that till I was like 24.
Right.
So my question now is, again, it's just like, how many chances do you give somebody to stop lying to you?
Yeah, I mean, if you actually had, so you had a conversation with her and you told her that you would rather, you said to her, like, that wasn't just something you were thinking about, but you told her that you would rather take her and drop her off somewhere.
Literally said that to her, yeah.
But you said that to her. Okay. See, that is a problem then, because if you said that to her, then there was some base level of understanding. There was some, there was some base level of hey, you attempted to make it clear to her that I'm okay with this. I just want to know when.
So I think part of what the problem is with her is that she's in this fantasy land of our reality is our reality, and it's in this bubble that exists completely outside of her other bubble realities with her other boyfriends. And in our reality, we're in love, we're boyfriend and girlfriend, and like we have this very domestic monogamous relationship. So when she comes into my bubble, that's the reality she lives. So it's on the couch, it's in, it's watching movies, it's eating popcorn, it's snuggling, it's kissing, it's not whatever happens in these other bubbles, which whatever happens in those other bubbles. But the idea is that the communication to me has always been this portrayal of monogamy. And when I discovered that that was a lie, I had a problem with it. And I was like, okay, and even today, my conversation again with her was, if we are to move forward at all, because you've already lied to me more than 3 times, and I'm a 3 strikes kind of guy. And my inclination is to just walk away from this, because I don't know if I'm dealing with a compulsive liar or not.
Mm-hmm.
And so the thing is that I said, we need to change our definitions. Like, I don't want to call you my girlfriend, and I don't want you calling me boyfriend, because that's just bullshit at this point. Like, at this point, I'm, it's not transactional, but it's very much like friends with benefits. And apparently I'm now grouped in with 30 other dudes, apparently up to 30 other dudes. Cause that's how many, when I looked on your phone, that's how many different messages from different names there were. So you're telling me it's 1, 2, 5. Okay. But there's literally 30 that you're like making plans back and forth with. So,
and they were, and all the conversations were of that nature, were of,
yeah,
I mean, they weren't just talking about,
no. And she'll lie, and she'll say we're just friends, or like I'm watching their dog or some stuff. And like, but then I was like, just be honest with me. I said, how many people in Pittsburgh? And she's like, there's only one. But this dude she was with last night was not that one. So, it's, and then there's, yeah. So I just don't know what I'm opening myself up to, and I feel that the problem with me is that being raised in a like monogamous type of mentality, I like legit think about her a lot, right? So it's kind of torturous, and I'd rather not. So it's easier for me to go 100% than 96%. It's easier for me to quit cold turkey than to say I'll have a cigarette every once in a while, because I don't really do well with that. Like, if I try to keep a pack of cigarettes when I was a smoker in my freezer, I'd smoke them every day. It wasn't one, it wasn't easy for me to wean off. When I quit, it was like, it has to be 100%. It has to be cold turkey. So I don't know, man. I feel like right now it's just, I definitely need some days to.
It doesn't sound like, it doesn't sound like you are interested or really open to the polyamorous thing. It's not going to give you what you are looking for.
Yeah, that's what St. Pittsburgh said too. And if I'm being honest with myself, it's something I was willing to try, but the reality is
that's essentially what Krampus was saying too. He said, hey, even though I don't think it ties in with your age at all.
Yeah,
it's not that. It's just that, you're looking for something different.
Yeah, I think it's just a lot of pre-programming on the way that I was raised, to feel comfortable and have security.
Sure.
I don't know. There's just but it's always awkward to me, like this idea of possession too. It's like, why do we feel this need as humans to have that possession? But it exists throughout cultures where you mate with one person. This is much more prevalent than polygamy or polyamorism throughout the world. So why is that? Why does that exist in our psyches as humans?
Well, I don't know. I don't know how much I don't know. I think that's it's a
behavioralist learned perspective.
Maybe, but I mean,
Probably
harems
most definitely.
are not a rare thing. You know, I mean, it's not like harems have not existed throughout history. You
Yeah.
know, it's I think it's a lot. It's true that it's much rarer for a woman to have
Right.
multiple partners.
Right. That's what this, bro. That's exactly it. It's the switch. It's the reverse.
Yeah,
And when you're the person that gets to have the harem, everything's fucking awesome.
yeah. I mean,
But
you know,
you don't understand why
yeah.
one of your harem girls is upset. It's like you have the shit. Like you have it. What
Yeah,
are
well,
you
I mean, that's the
upset
thing.
about?
There's been storylines and stories and of you know the men that had harems talking about the problems of having a harem, and that you've got to find time in your life to find time to be with all of these women because each one wants to be with you, and so you know the guy that's got the harem will talk about things like, oh, there's so much stress. You know, there's so much stress because you know I need to find time somehow in my week to not only be with Lakshmi but to also be with Dorothy. You know, and because they start to get happy, and then and then you've got the third one over here that is very upset that I haven't seen her in the last 3 days, and
Yeah. So here's the other thing with her, which is like she's actually like she's a really smart. She doesn't have a lot of ambition, but she's very smart. And there's a difference, right?
oh yeah, fuck yeah,
She's very intelligent. And what she would tell me, I believe in earnest, is that when I'm 23, I want to pick someone to marry. And she would talk to me. She would be like, no, like you're the leading guy right now. And I'm like, okay, that's interesting. So she loves me, but she loves these other guys. She loves qualities about me. She loves qualities about these other guys. And she's trying to decide because she's 21. And there's that. So if you have it,
I would literally, I would say, okay, listen, here's my proposal. Here's my deal. I'm out. Okay, I'm out. But I'll stay in touch with you to the point that you're gonna know how to get a hold of me. And when you turn 23, you give me a call. Okay, and if you are at that point ready to be monogamous, I'll give it a go. It'll be 2 years down the road, and we'll see if are you happy are you happy picking one guy that you want to pick to be the one, and if so, is it me?
how could you believe her at
Well,
that point,
that
though?
would be the point. That there'd have to be a trial time. There'd have to be a number of months beforehand. But you could say, look, take your 2 years, do your shit. I'm out. If in 2 years you decide you're still looking for the one, and you don't think you found them, give me a call. I'm not gonna marry you that day. I'm not gonna marry you that
Right,
year,
right.
but we can reconnect.
A lot of stuff can happen in 2 years, too. So
Yeah.
it's like if you think that, I'm the one, you're going to probably be worried that I find someone else because the likelihood is I'm going to find someone else.
Yeah. If it's not the one, I'm gonna find someone else to stand in as the one.
Well, I mean, it's just.
Hey, are you looking for the one? Is that a thing? Are you looking?
No, I'm not. But the reality is that when you enter in a relationship with someone, regardless of what it is, you share a lot of intimate moments. And we've had those. Like we've had real, very, 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 very real bonding and connection moments multiple times that I like, like a lot. Like honestly, like the past 2 months has been like condensed, of like a year's worth of any other relationship that I've been in. So yeah, I felt a real connection with her,
Sure.
100%. And and then it just gets you thinking of a bunch of different options. Everything's options, but there's a comfortability. And I mean, she would give me as much time as I wanted. Like if I were to request her, she would be here. But the thing is like when I say, okay, I want to focus on this, you have your time away. Damn, that cat plays
fast.
Yeah.
Right.
I mean, she has, but she's like a lot of options. And then before that, she was like, well, we hadn't been together and like I had all these things and I didn't know if you were serious and all this. I'm like, whatever, you're not shutting it down, but you're still pursuing them. So I don't know, man. It's just weird. It's just ridiculous. And the point is like even when we started, the reason this isn't like Heartbreak Central is because of our age difference. Realistically, like I'm just like I never at the beginning of this, I was like, how long could this possibly last? I'll give it a week. And then like a week later, I was like, man, we're really connecting. I'll give it a month. Right. And then a week, like 2 weeks in, I was like, I think we can last 3 months. And I told her that. Sure. And I was like, you know what? I said it as a joke, but it was real. Yeah. I said exactly what I just said to you. And she's like, she got so offended. And she was like, for real upset. Yeah. I mean, they remember me telling this. And she was like, I'm looking for my forever person. Why do you think I would be here? Like, I could be anywhere. I have like my choice. Like, I'm with you. Why would you if you say thoughts become things, which you do, then why are you even thinking that? Like, you're already putting an end to us. And I was like, damn, I didn't think that you thought of me in that manner. And I was just joking. But the reality, I'm like, I'm a scientific guy. I'm like a science guy. I'm going to be more analytical. And the reality is that's the truth. At the beginning, I thought it was going to be a week fling. And then a week later, I was like, damn, we're really connected. I was like, this will last a month. And then two weeks in, I was like, I think we might be able to last 3 months, maybe up to a year. That's what I told her. And she was like, so what goes on in a female's mind is 21? I don't know. But when you're, and then what are people attracted to? Who knows? But, it's like, okay, I'm twice her age. So that's why I was like, really? But apparently.
Right.
I don't. But now I don't. Now I question everything because I was lied to about these things. So everything's out the window. I just feel like I don't really know. I definitely feel like I need to take a couple of days and just like refocus. And here's the other thing. Like I said earlier, is like with this, she was consuming a lot of my time. So I was already struggling to find this like work-life balance. And I wasn't doing real good with it,
Sure.
So I think all this is like lessons in like, learning lessons. And I'm open to dating again. Like the positive takeaways is that before her, I haven't seen anybody since Veronica.
Right.
So, which is like 5 years ago, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it's like it took me that long to kind of heal from that wound, that process, that what it was, and be open to another human being in that way. And then, I mean, unfortunately, it just doesn't get easy for me because I'm a very emotive person. I'm very emotional. And so it's just like, this is a painful process to me, going through this. And I just try to see the positive, takeaways from it. And one of the positive takeaways is like, I feel like, okay, I'm okay with talking to other people and going back into the dating scene without her. And I thought, that was why I was like open to the polyamorous thing too. Cause I was like, okay, this is actually an opportunity to like have her, but still date. And like, other people, should they come up, and she can't get mad because she's doing
Right.
the same thing.
Right.
So, but this thing about like, you know, the thing that really got to me was like she has 2 days off a week, which was Wednesday and Thursday, and like we were planning on doing something during the day because I'm gonna pick her up in the morning, and then she was sick, and I'm like, it doesn't make sense for us to stay in this, you know, same apartment in the same bed, or at least in the same apartment. Why don't you stay at your dad's overnight, and then we'll get together in the morning?
Yeah.
And that didn't happen, and that was the problem. And it was the deceit. It was the deceit of it.
Yeah. Yeah. That's what I said. You know, that was regardless of what the story itself was. It's the lie thing is.
But this isn't the first time, and it's so I just don't like, at what point is it going to stop? You know what I mean? So
I do not know.
no, nobody knows. So, you know, so it's a big world. There's plenty of fish in the sea. I need to explore that. And I think TK said too, you know, and it's like there's a difference between friendship and being in a relationship, like dating relationship with someone that the way that we think of it.
Mhm.
And you don't think of them every day. He's like, I don't think of you and Bryant every day. I
Right,
don't.
right,
I have my
right.
whole life, like, you know, things going on. When it's Wednesday, I think of you guys.
Yeah.
But outside of that, I'm
Doing shit.
I'm wishing you well and hoping you're doing your shit well.
Yeah.
And he's like, that's the difference. You know, you're not cohabitating, you're not roommates, you're not married, you're, you know, she's a friend that you think of every once in a while and get together and just appreciate that. And I think that's something that I would be open to exploring again, you know, and just but man, you know, once trust is betrayed, it's so hard to build back up. And
Oh yeah.
I mean, what do you do? What do I put in front of her? You know, it's like, you know, it's at what point, like, do I even need to put up tests, or like, you got to even trust your friends, right?
No, hell yeah.
Fuck yeah.
Yeah, it's no. I mean, it's not
Man,
exclusive to a dating thing.
yeah, it's not. And that's the biggest rub of all this is the deceit. It's like, you literally lied to my face, eye to eye. And like ridiculous shit. Like, I'm here, I'm going, and I'm walking a dog. I'm walking the dog. I'm like, you don't have a dog. Oh, it's my neighbor's dog. What the fuck's up with that?
That's the 21, man. That's where the 21 comes in. That's where the how are we gonna pull this off?
I would have fallen, but she's smarter than that. That's why I'm like, why would you really? You couldn't. And then I was like, why are you going to be walking down the street? You know where I park all the time. Why wouldn't you go around the block, even if it took you longer, and come up through the back?
There's a difference too between, you know, intelligence and in the moment reaction to stuff. I mean, if she's somewhere that she in her mind in some way thinks, oh, I'm not supposed to be here. I'm supposed to be at my dad's house tonight. All right. She doesn't call you and say, oh, hey, Adam, just so you know, I'm going to swing by Brandon's place, you know, and tonight. She doesn't do that, but she just goes. And then she's like, okay, I'll be back home. Adam will never know that I was at Brandon's. So that's the not volunteering information, which is still a lie in some sense, but not an outright lie. But then all of a sudden, I'm coming over to your place. Well, don't come here unless you call me. Yeah, she's immediately trying to buy time. It's immediately thinking of like, oh shit, I gotta get dressed. I gotta do my thing. I gotta get out of this house. I gotta get back to my dad's. Adam's on the way. You know, and so then it's just that brief amount of time as to what story? Where am I? Why aren't I there? Oh, I'm upstairs.
Man.
I mean, you know,
I don't know. Like, I don't know if I got time for this shit, man. I got to do me for a while. So it's like, it's too much.
That's what I'm saying. Dude, definitely. I'm telling you. You know, tell her. Take 2 years, man. You said 23. I'm not making any promises. I'm not telling you where I'm going to be in 2 years. But I think that I'll let you know where I'm at. I'll stay in touch. I'll make sure you have my phone number. I'll make sure you have my address. And when you turn 23, if you determine, hey, I'm ready to pick my one, and you're still interested, you haven't found them, and you think maybe it was me, give me a call. See where I'm at. And then you gotta tell me, yeah, you know what? I'm just looking for one guy now. I don't want all of them.
So, all right. So let's leave it at that. And I would like to talk to you offline for one more minute, if I may.
All right. Yeah. So we'll shut this down. We'll be back next Wednesday at same time, same place, all that. It'll be the 20th. And everyone else out there, don't have a miserable week. Because last week was enough.
There is positivity in everything, even in the brokenhearted situations.
I'm scarred for life, but I'm set for life, and I'm set for life, but I'm scarred for life, and I'm coming at you. I'm fucking crazy. I'm fucking psycho, fucking insane. That's the fucking chorus right there.
You nailed it,
That is
dude. You
good.
nailed it.
Yeah.
You nailed it. And you visually transformed into fucking Joe Rogan. There,
You
dude.
did.
You fucking,
Oh, Joe Rogan. Yeah.
Yeah.
thanks.
you did. You visually transformed
That's
into Joe Rogan. It was amazing.